Flame on! How's everybody doing tonight? I'm here with my co-host Nick Lenz. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good.
And we're waiting on one more tonight, but hopefully, but we still got a great show in store for you guys. I know this has been a while since we last did this, but now we sh- but DC Solicitations recently released,
Yep.
and and give me a moment to pop up the link. I know we hadn't had a. We're going to use IDP today.
Yep.
Yeah, hopefully the ads won't be a huge pain.
Hopefully not. You can always there's a little X there. Ah, it's
Oh,
Ivy.
start now this Poison Ivy series. I'm still surprised this book took off as well as it did.
Yeah.
Like, cause usually villain series don't last too long, or they drop off after like issue 30.
I think the reason why the book is selling very well because Ivy is still a popular character.
True,
And plus the series is good.
it is genuinely good.
Yeah, of course I met the writer recently this year and she is awesome, G. Willow Wilson. And those of you who don't know who G. Willow Wilson is, she is the creator of the Kamala Khan Miss Marvel.
Hmm.
Yep, and she told me she was she oh hi Cameron. So she told me that she actually did like the live action version, and she did agree with me on this when it comes to Camilla Powers. It's not stretchy; it's size changing. That's her powers. Because
Hmm.
people mistakenly believe just because her arm stretches that her powers are stretchy. No, it's size changing. That's basically what she's a size changer.
Well, the
Yeah,
Mister
I feel
Fantastic comparison is there. You got to admit the comparison is
yeah.
there.
Yeah, but it's only like in her arm. She doesn't stretch her head or her legs or her body. Just her arms. That's it. I've never seen her actually stretch her legs at any point or stretch her body. I mean, yeah, her body goes big when she's basically using her powers, but she doesn't stretch like Miss Fantastic does.
Hmm. Hold
Yep,
on. Yeah, I'm still here. Can you hear me?
yep, I can hear you.
All right. Hold on.
3 issues away from issue 50. I wonder if I'm sure that's gonna be a double sized issue. That one.
More than likely.
Yeah, I'm
Hold on.
guessing because this is August solicit. I'm guessing that this probably came out in December, issue 50.
There we go. There we go. The
Yep.
site kind of froze for a second. Poison Ivy issue 47, written by G. Willow Wilson, art by Leandro Fernandez. Apologize if I mispronounced that. Jessica Fogg, variants by Nobovich, Q Young Imon, and Manny Vincent Carbonella. Apologies if I mispronounced or butchered any of these names.
Hmm.
On sale for $3.99, 32 issues, which really that's a good deal, all things considered. And will be available August 26, 2026. Oh yeah, this is a monthly series. Gotham City is done with Mayor Pamela Ivy. There's just one problem for everyone here. She's not done with them. The stage is set for the explosive new Batman line crossover event Bad Seeds. Okay, so
It's coming soon, and this looks like
yeah.
it's based on the costume. This is Batman.
Yeah, this is a Batman event in Poison Ivy. So basically, for those keeping up, we are kind of like it. So what's going on now with the beef between Bat with the Bat family and Vandal Savage? It's a prelude to Bad Seeds. It's not the event itself. The event itself probably won't kick off till later this year.
Yes, and those would be curious. Like you might thinking, like, how did Vandal Savage become the commissioner of the GCPD? Well, this is set up in Gotham War, and
Yeah, he was a
then in the yeah, then he just like he was just oh why don't you run for mayor? I was like no, not interested.
and Nick is lagging while we're waiting on him.
I
Basically,
wanted to be
oh, and welcome. How you doing, Robert?
Not too bad, not too bad. Hope you don't mind if I guys push us along when we do the going over it all.
Hey, that's perfectly fine, man. Hope and if you haven't paid attention to his Marvel Rivals content, be sure to check that out. It is a great watch. But
Nice.
yeah, but cheap plug aside, I know that caught you off guard, Robert. What you from what you've seen from the basically what's going to lead up to Bad Seeds later this year. What do you think of the Matt Fraction run so far?
I'm torn. It's fine for a lot of things. I am not a fan of the recent issue of him blowing up everything and then having Tim. Mm,
Well, okay. For those who haven't caught up to issue 9, let's just say issue 9 is a cutoff point. This is your fair warning. We'll give you about 5-10 seconds.
mm, mm. I'm
3,
sorry.
2, 1. Okay, that was your spoiler warning. Basically, to make it a long story short,
Too late.
Tim Tim Drake effectively quits the Robin role in an attempt to make things work with Bernard, even though Bernard, for all intents and purposes, is a rebound. And for all intents, and not only does he quit Robin, he's completely removed from this event at all.
And not only that, he's watching as every one of his friends are fighting for their lives, and Barbara's going to turn herself in, and they're blowing up everything, and yet he just wants to have a candlelight dinner with Bernard. I'm sorry, this Fraction thing that's going to endear us to Bernard? Does he really think that, or is he really trying to get us to hate him more? Because I really think he thinks this is endearing.
Get it out of your system, buddy.
That basically he thinks, oh, people are going to love Bernard so much because Tim is just so hurt.
All I will say on the matter is that Bernard. Okay, I'm not going to go into the whole.
They had to make him queer just to do all this.
I would argue. Okay, I could probably make a whole separate can of worms on that. First of all, they were. I'm not going to go into the Superboy of it, otherwise we'd be here all night. But I will say this though: it's not that Tim is willing to leave the life for a partner. That no one's refuting that. It's the fact that this was the messiest way to go about it, and not only the run is decent, especially for a new relaunch, and you're trying to, as a new jumping off point post DCKO. It's decent for what Fraction is trying to do. Now regressing Damian right here into being a bit of a brat, or trying to make him as childish as possible. Again, I have my nitpicks, but as long as Stephanie gets a bit more to do, and of course the Batgirl Jailbreak miniseries that's going to be a tie-in to this
Breakout.
Thank you. I feel like potentially this could be endearing, but
by the way, what solicitations are we doing to catch up with? Because we're pretty far.
This is the August one. I didn't check the last video. I think this is a couple months ahead.
Yeah, okay, I'm just checking.
Okay, but if you guys want, if we have time, we will backtrack the other months, like the ones closer to release, like for June and July.
I gotta say though, the Bad Seed is not like I am really interested in it. I am gonna get them. It's just.
But hey, you got to admit the variant they did, at least on the Poison Ivy side of things, they actually did, or they're at least seemingly committing to a Pamela and Ivy breakup.
Oh, by the way, I gotta ask thoughts on the end of Hush 2.
I'm not mad, just disappointed. That is the most genuine I can say. It's not even overhyped. It was just buried in delays.
And then it ends with him and Talia making out.
Wait, Bruce and Talia, or
yeah.
And you had such a good scene. The Talia, spoilers, but there's a scene where Talia and Hush briefly face off towards the end. One throwaway line would have improved that scene. I'm not going to name what that scene is. You can look up the last issue for yourself if you genuinely want to know. But
it feels like Loeb is just throwing his all in. I'm sorry. Having Jason being more and more willing to be with Hush. I'm sorry. Why is he torpedoing everything Jason has gone through for this?
Because it was supposed to be a prelude to Jason's solo series, which got canceled due to the PR following a certain commentator.
Yeah, and yet how is she going to rightfully continue on from this? I'm sorry, I cannot see what's been the continuation.
I'm back.
Welcome back, Nick. Hopefully your tech. You said you were a little behind, correct?
Yeah, but I was hearing briefly on my phone, but then my connection came back on. Yeah, I knew about the whole thing with the Red Hood writer, and the stuff I've heard about this writer. I'm like, why the heck did DC hire this person to
I
write
know
this?
why. I know why, because she was good friends with one of the editors who happens to be similarly trans, and I think they just thought, oh, they're good buddies of mine.
Yeah, and I think by far, I think this was probably the only really bad decision in the past year DC has made by hiring this person by Red Hood. Smart decision to fire him and axe the book and to recall the rest of the whole series after releasing only one issue.
By the way, do you know they're the daughter of John Turturro?
Hmm.
John
Yeah, the
Turturro.
actor. The actor.
Okay.
You know, Carmine Falcone from in the Batman.
Oh,
Among
Really?
the guy, he was also in the Transformers movies.
I did
Yeah, I
not know
think
that.
Yeah.
Bad Seed Sunset. Is this like the start of the crossover? Bad
Yes.
I
Seed?
want. Yes, this is the
Yes,
start.
and it's the start of the crossover, and it's the very end of the month.
Yes.
Yeah, but at least what Wilson's not working was our desk gigging. Now, don't get me wrong. Probably the best thing about Gotham War was the whole thing with Savage. He's probably the best thing about Gotham War.
By the way, I also gotta say, Batman Year One getting a sequel. Batman Robin Year One getting a sequel. Of course it is.
Yeah,
Of course.
we already had follow-ups to Year One, so why are we doing a sequel to Year One? It makes
Well,
sense.
no. It's a follow up to the Batman Robin Year One maxi series,
Okay, that one.
which was really
Actually,
good. I mean, come on, it's Mark Waid and Chris Samney.
Which these guys have only worked together on a few books together. Daredevil, Black Widow. I think this is the third book they worked on, though. This upcoming
Force now because they did the first mini.
Yeah. I was surprised for someone called Year One, and it was 12 full issues. Not 6, not 8, 12.
Well, yeah, it could be like a year. That's what Wade had told me when I talked to him.
Yeah, and I'm like, why couldn't it do this with other Year One books?
By the way, who is really surprised that Pamela, her mayoral stuff didn't last? But here's the big question. Do you think because her mayoral stuff was already falling apart that her title's going to end at 50? Because I got a feeling that's what this is building towards.
One last hurrah before the book ends. I would not be surprised if that's the case.
Thank you. Now, granted, this feels also like this with a shiny arm to try and bring it back, so it might also be a launch, jumping on point.
Hopefully,
I don't know
because
how far the sales that it's made, but
It's still doing good.
For a
Yes,
while, it was a surprise hit. It was a surprise hit for a hot minute, and it briefly started to fall off around the time. I want to say around the time because at least in her main book, her and Harley Quinn broke up a few months ago, a couple issues back, like a setup for this. And since then, the book has been on a steady decline, at least from the sources I
especially because people are not happy that they broke up.
Mm. But Batman Bad Seed Sunset issue #1. This is the prelude for the crossover. Apologize for the ads. $5.99, 48 pages. Okay, that's a decent ratio.
Gotham City.
Yes. Gotham City's new mayor, Pamela Isley, deserted by her allies, both political and arcane, is about to make a last-ditch power play that will leave Gotham decimated by daylight. Having already declared war on the Bat family and flooded the streets with his private paramilitarized police army, Police Commissioner Vandal Savage sees an opportunity to solve two problems at once. Storylines converge in Batman Bad Seeds, a Gotham City event spanning one long dark night in Gotham that threatens to turn the entire city into a hostile world of prehistoric plant-light, unlike anything on Earth for millennia at a time.
I would say this. At least it had some setup, and it's not just diving in like Gotham War did.
Okay, first of all, cheap plug. I know I keep doing this. Cheap plug because Robert and I actually did. Nick and I, excuse me, I don't remember if Robert was there for that episode.
No, maybe.
Well, Nick and I covered Gotham War, and it was atrocious. I get what they were trying to do. It's supposed to be a follow up to Tom King and then the Batcat breakup. And because Bruce is so compelled by the mission, there's so much unknown, he can never truly be happy. So Selena tries to lower the crime rate. People point to Bruce that
Here's the thing, though. This was that was a Teeny Howard-driven event. I don't think even Zdarsky really had much say in it.
Oh no, you could tell he didn't.
Yeah, it was clearly a Howard event because I'm sorry, that whole thing screamed Howard.
And I'm just like, okay, if you want to have Batman and Catwoman have a spat, by all means, but don't revolve an entire event around.
And I'm sorry, what makes Selena think she could keep everyone like, oh, I'll pay everyone else to just be good? Like, what made her think that was going to last?
Even say what you will about I know I'm referencing a 20-year-old comic, but say what you will about when Jason came back into the scene as Red Hood, baiting Black Mask into a gang war. But at least that was a better plan to control crime than whatever Selena did.
I'm sorry, it just felt like just giving money away, and the fact that the rest of the Bat family agreed with her. The only thing I liked is that Night Terror was used as an excuse that would be Bruce has been pushed so hard that he's finally slept for weeks because he's just that exhausted.
Also, here's the thing about Gotham War you might find interesting. It's a Batman event that will spend 2 ongoing series and like 1 mini-series that involve any or Bat-Town, just Batman, Catwoman. They involve Nightwing. They involve Detective. It kept it focused.
And yet it also further derailed Jason Todd's development by having Bruce.
It's absolute Batman.
I'll admit, this is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
This is awesome. I cannot deny how awesome this is.
By the way, can I recommend an alternative site for solicitations if you want less ads? Comic releases.
This book is
okay. If Robert, you don't mind sending
still
that site right
it sells really well.
No, the absolute books are what's keeping DC afloat.
Oh, definitely. That's the honest to God truth. Let's not kid ourselves.
I mean, it's not like they're doing so poorly that that people actually think a boycott will do anything.
I knew you were going to.
So something Rob Life was boycotting him for some weird reason.
I'm sorry, I had to go there because I'm sorry. That stupid boycott. There are people.
I wanted to ask you guys about this. Dan Buckley has been removed from Marvel Comics.
What?
You didn't know? Wait, you didn't know this, dude?
Dude, I've been stuck in orientation at my new job for the past 2 weeks. I've been able to look up anything.
Yeah, he got let go, and Liefeld has been coming out saying he's one of the handful of people who have been driving Marvel into the ground.
I thought this would be a Dan DiDio situation. I didn't think they'd have the balls to get rid of him. I'm just gonna.
Let's be honest, dude. Look at it this way: DC has been kicking their butts. When Zatanna beats out Spider-Man, Superman.
Yes, if I'm correct, I believe Dan Buckley was the president of Marvel.
Publisher.
Main publisher.
Yeah.
And now they're replacing him with a Disney lackey.
Interim replacement, but more than likely it's going to be a Disney lackey.
No, it is.
Oh, thank you for confirming that, Robert.
It is.
But yeah, just Marvel's in a rut, and they actually had their new Ultimate Universe, which recently got rebooted, which I think was a panic move on their part.
No, I don't think it was panic. I think it's the case. It was spite. I'm so positive it was spite because look at how they had Denise Camp. Now, whether or not it was him or not, say some statements that are clearly meant to be following a lot of the critics from online, like the stuff said at Peter. It was clearly taking quote directly from all the social media people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Absolute Batman issue 23, written by Scott Snyder, art and cover by Nick Dragata, variants by Carrie Andrews, Juan Ferreira, and Jeff Spokes. 1/25 ratio variant by Damian Scott.
Would not be surprised when.
Hold on, where's the Dark Knight Returns?
When this book is 25, he double submission.
Scroll back up. You're past those covers.
Okay.
That's the Catwoman covers.
Okay.
There it is. That's the one.
That is so. I can't believe it's the 40th anniversary.
Can you believe that we're probably
Yeah, who would have
it's
thunk
50
it's
years
been
old?
20 years since year one?
And you know what the funny thing is? I'm only a year older than the 40th.
Yeah,
The more you learn,
I'm only
folks.
38.
I'm 41.
Oh, I'm the young. Oh, I'm the youngest on this show by far.
Yeah,
Shut up, young
how
boy.
you
Yeah,
doing?
shut up, kid.
Hey, I ain't no kid now.
Hey, compared to me, you're
I'm
a
gonna
kid.
Yeah, I'm
In
going
the
to ask you
climactic.
guys this. Robert, how long are you reading comics now for?
Oh, about over 20 years.
I've been reading since '04, so this year reading now for 22
Uh,
years.
I've been doing it since 2020, not 20, the 2000s. And
Wow, a little longer than me.
that's reading them consistently. I was reading on and off for much longer than that. My first comic issue was a couple of random issues of the fall and of the World Without Superman.
The first couple comics I ever read, I remember the issue specifically. I found them. This is back in '99. I found my cousin's house. I didn't read comics full time in '04. It was Incredible Hulk 402, a Peter David issue, and Iron Man issue 290. I think it was 295. It was Len Kaminsky's issue.
For me, my first Iron Man issue was Iron Man 200.
Huh?
The end of the Denny O'Neil run.
Yeah, I think it was the end of. I think it was the end of a story.
That was the Silver Centurion. That was the Silver Centurion armor.
Yes, that was also a storyline where just
Obadiah.
Rhodey had to take up the mantle of Iron Man prior to that for a brief period of time.
Yep. But anyway, let's focus on the solicitations. I don't have that long.
In a climactic showdown, Batman is forced to face an unyielding enemy, and not just the Robins, but in himself. More than one dead character signals a call for help and a symbol of hopelessness as more friends become enemies.
Why do I think that one dead person's going to somehow be Gordon?
More than likely.
Yeah, if
I have a weird feeling Gordon's still alive. Wait, I gotta say it. Gordon's alive.
Yeah, if I remember correctly with the Absolute Universe, I think Gordon's supposed to be the mayor of Gotham City, correct? In the Absolute Universe?
And he dead.
Okay. But like it's just me with Catwoman. It's like, oh, what a gorgeous picture of how Catwoman's picture. It's like Catwoman here is not like I think in the mainstream universe she's supposed to be Italian. Here she's look like more Hispanic.
No, she's Cuban.
Cuban. Okay, so I was right about the Hispanic descent. I think this is a mini series. I'm saying correct?
Yeah, 6 issues,
Yes.
just like Green Arrow.
I get
Which
the
that
reason
book.
Woo!
Well, what do you think of that book so far?
So far, I mean, I was just surprised by the gore of it than anything.
Well, remember they compared it to a slasher.
That is true.
Mhm.
But usually, like just coming from Green Arrow of all care, I can see this. I can see a story like this from Punisher. I can see a story like this from Blade. Just Green Arrow, like.
Here's a fun fact for you, Jay Heat. Did you know Absolute Green Arrow is currently only Green Arrow comic published by DC right now?
You're only what?
The only Green Arrow comic published for him.
Well, currently, because they ended the other one.
Yeah,
they
I
ended
read the first of the two trades that collect the replacement rares one. It was odd to say the least. It didn't feel like what Joshua Williamson was established in the book. It felt like he just went a weird direction. Had this random woke talk at one point in the book. I think that was Zealot. No, this is Canary. We're really not. Yeah, apparently that's Black Canary, the one with the short hair. That's Black Canary. Though for some reason she's drawn like Zealot from Wildstorm. With the hair, her face. She looks like Zealot.
That's true. But anyway.
Yeah, Absolute Green Arrow, written by.
I've never heard of this writer. I know. I've never heard of. I know Ralph Abercrombie.
So it has to be someone Scott trusts. It has to be.
Yeah, I've never heard of this person, but I have heard of the artist. At least the artist is an A-list artist.
Dinah's search for the Green Arrow killer has led them both to discover the truth behind the island, a place far more horrifying than either of them could ever dream. But most disturbing of all is who they discover there. As Absolute Green Arrow debuts the first appearance of a new absolute take on a classic DC character.
I wonder who that could be.
Hmm.
Yeah, interesting to me. Black Canary. She's very muscular in that cover.
Now, Absolute Superman. Now, this one was a slow burn, but took off very quickly after the first
Is
arc.
that Brainiac on the cover?
That is Brainiac.
He's huge.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's grown. Like I said, this one was a slow burn, but it's
stop it with that cover, the last cover. Guess what this cover is homage to?
Hold on, let me look. Oh, I know. Superman #1
by John Byrne.
Yep, it's the Metallo standing over him.
Yeah. Yep. I gotta admit that was a real. Even though this is not the main cover, I wish this was, because I wish that Absolute would do this. I know which one's the main cover. You think it's a Brainiac one?
Probably. It's whichever one has the artist.
Yeah, but that when I saw it, I was so surprised.
No, I'm not, because Aaron has said he's a fan of Byrne.
That's good. As far as I can tell, for Byrne, he hasn't done much in the last several years. He's been very.
He's retired. He's mostly retired, especially after he got burnt out doing the X-Men Elsewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that title.
Here's something interesting.
It's fun. You know, it's finally getting published, right?
This podcast.
Wait.
You know Liefeld actually offered him to do Supreme?
Yes.
And he turned it down.
Not surprised.
The reason? He's already done Superman.
Yep.
That's the reason he turned him down. I'm like, okay.
At least we got. Okay.
And it's weird though. Yeah. That's what Liefeld said. He at least he offered him. He said, yeah, we work on it. Yeah, he did. He did offer it. He turned it down.
Yep. All right.
Praise the Fourth.
Absolute Wonder Woman, I have to admit, is my personal favorite out of the entire Absolute line. Absolute Batman is right under it. Don't get me wrong, but I just prefer Wonder Woman a little bit better compared to the main book.
Can I be honest though? I can't be honest. What I still feel the weakest book is.
Sure.
Absolute Green Lantern, because it's still a slog. They keep adding more on without progressing the story that much.
Yeah, with Absolute Martian Manhunter getting reduced to a miniseries, Absolute Green Arrow is Green Lantern, is the weakest of the line by far.
Because again, it's getting too top heavy. It just keeps adding more without spreading it out. Can we agree to that?
I can agree to that.
Why do you think that Martian Manhunter was made a miniseries? Was not
because it's because much like it was supposed to be similar to what's going on with Green Arrow and Catwoman. But then first issue did so well, they extended it. They were going to make it ongoing, but in these camps saying, nope, I got a different project and lined up.
Absolute Flash.
Oh, Flash! It's caught up. It is caught up in a way that Green Lantern has not. Because again, like I keep saying, because at least here, now they've got things established, it's starting to spread it out evenly.
If I remember correctly, I think in this world, Barry is dead.
Yep.
And Jay Garrick is here, but he's not the main. He's not currently the Flash. It's just Wally.
Nope, it's just Wally. Wally is the sole Flash.
Which is kind of surprising that you can think of this as one of the two Wally West Flash titles. They are beating the main Flash title.
Well, basically, to be fair, Nick, this is supposed to be what if there was no Flash family, which I like. But yeah.
Mm-hmm. And as of currently, Barry in the main universe, last I read, he is powerless. He hasn't got his powers back from absolute power.
Yep.
Which I can tell he's fine with that.
Yeah, but the main Flash book I kind of fell off on, at least with the previous writer.
Well, it's then, but the current book is good. But what do you expect? The guy who's also working on Fantastic Four.
Ryan North.
Yep.
I think,
and I love the first issue opens up. Someone is telling people, if the Flash saves you, and you post on social media, we'll give you $10,000. And those people are throwing themselves off buildings to do it.
And endangering themselves.
But Flash can't do anything to stop it. It's like, they're not telling people to throw themselves off buildings.
Yeah. I think this is absolute Green Lantern right here.
It is.
It is, and I hope this thing starts to pick up the pace a little bit.
Who is the main Lantern? Is it Joe?
Joe.
Yes, Joe Mullen from Our Sector.
Because I remember Hal's in the book too.
Yeah, because I remember from allegedly from the 5G, Joe Mullen was supposed to take over the solo title if 5G got off the ground. So I guess this is recompense for that.
I think it's all because Ewing just really wanted to do it, and I'll be honest, Joe works here.
She does,
and she's in. Last I checked, she's in Green Lantern Corps right now.
Yep,
she's one of the focus characters in that book.
Which apparently is not a John Stewart book, according to some people.
Yeah. So here's Deadshot. Take a look at this cover. This first cover here, because Deadshot here in the classic armor. We have this, of course. I think this was tease all the next level stuff, because
it's called Next Level One Shot. But I have to wonder, does that mean it's actually a one shot or is it a mini?
Yeah. Jonah being there is interesting because I don't think he was announced as part of the Next Level Initiative, was he?
No.
Deadshot was not in the initial announcement.
Not Deadshot, Jonah Hex.
Oh, Jonah Hex, no.
Yeah, he's in the cover. Doom Patrol apparently was. I don't remember.
No. Doom Patrol was not announced for Next Level either. That was announced quite a bit back. No, that wasn't even announced. It was doing something more with Zatanna and Robot Man, but that clearly hasn't happened yet.
Interesting. Duggan's running this. Because
yep.
the last, if I remember correctly, I think the last book for Deadshot was written. I think it was Brian Azzarello wrote the last one for that Suicide Almost Wanted miniseries.
No. The last time he appeared was in Secret Six.
I mean, like as a solo book.
Oh, as a solo book. That was long ago.
No. Yeah, I think it was. No, it wasn't Brian. I think it was Brian Mucciolato who wrote that.
Yeah.
Which was fine.
Yeah. Which he didn't do. Usually when I think of Brian Mucciolato, I think of Francis Manapul. Francis Manapul was not there. Lobo.
Oh, Scotty Young, again, is the most perfect person to pick for this, especially since he's now taking a hiatus from I Hate Fairyland, which I have to wonder. Obviously, part of it was done to give the artist a chance because they've been having health issues, but him reaching burnout, I'm kind of grateful he has this book now to help him clear his mind.
Robbie Ruspo doing the artwork for Lobo.
Robbie Rosmo? That must be a fill-in.
Yeah, he's a fill-in. Guest drawn.
Yep, guest drawn. Yep.
Yeah, he's a fill-in.
Okay, so I'm thinking this book is selling probably really well because it's not the Pretty Lobo.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, we can all. I'll just be the one to say it. New 52 Lobo was a mistake.
Why do you think they went out of their way to make it clear, like, oh no, we're making sure we never bring him back?
Because the last time we appeared was actually an issue of Hal during Green Lantern Corps.
Yeah.
Where he was Guy was about to smash his bio. I think Johnson, no.
Guy's the one who went, nope. But to be fair, technically the last time we saw him was during KO.
Yeah, he did get a cameo in DC KO.
What, the New 52?
Yeah, because anybody who knows Lobo, this is the actual Lobo, not the
funny, but here's the thing, though. Pretty Lobo was designed off of original Lobo. People forget that.
He was.
It's except that the thing is, no one ever accepted him as Lobo. No one did.
Oh, I know. I'll just be honest, though. I didn't think the book was that bad with him.
No, the book wasn't bad.
It just wasn't Lobo.
No,
I wish you know what they could have done? They could have had both Lobos exist. They should have done that. Just have both exist. Have it be he's another. No. Here's the thing, though. I know that, but I'm saying no. The safer thing to do would have been both exist. Have a Pretty Lobo is like just one of his copies.
Yeah, I think this is Barbara Gordon Prisoner.
Yeah, Breakout.
Breakout. And I gotta say, apparently this is supposed to be a potential being an ongoing, but it's going to be initially a 12 issue. And I'm interested in all this, even though it's so predictable.
Yeah, it's just a fill-in to give Barbara something to do while Bad Seed is going on.
Mariko Tamaki.
Mariko Tamaki.
Yeah. In my opinion, good writer. I know she's had one bad book. overall. But every book I read that she's written,
Oh
has
yeah,
been really good.
she is a really
Yeah,
good
she can
writer. She's a solid writer.
Yeah, let me just clear the air because I know I bashed Mariko Tamaki in the past. Let me just go ahead and clear this right now. I don't find Mariko Tamaki a bad writer by any stretch of the imagination. Even her Gotham Tower, like Shadow of the Bat maxi series with Arkham Tower. First of all, that was going to be
What do you mean a maxi? That was just simply a weekly series in
Oh, that
the.
was a weekly. I thought it was a
Detective.
maxi.
It was a
It's
weekly.
actually-
That was Detective Comics still.
Okay,
Yep.
but still, I mean, she's a decent writer. I mean, I am not Starfire was not going to be received in any stretch of the imagination.
Here's
I'm
the
not
thing
gonna-
about I Am Not Starfire. That was done so she can clearly have an outlet. As in, like, okay, you guys want me to do stuff under your leash? Fine, but give me at least something free for me to do.
Yes. And
Can we agree to that, Jay Heat? Can we agree to that?
Yeah, especially with all the work she was being piled on at the time. I definitely see I Am Not Starfire was as more of a vent or venting project than anything.
Something that has very little creative, editorial interference.
Yes.
And
Did you guys know that she came back detective after she did? Because she left with it was a story with Riddler, and then she left the book. She came back for issue 1100.
Of course.
Of
It was for a
course.
backup. By the way, I gotta say, how much can I curse on this?
As much as you want, man. I have no
Fuck
problem.
Marvel for not having JMS do Amazing 1000. Fuck
Wait.
them for doing that and bringing in some nobody who has never written a comic before to do a story.
Wait. For Amazing, I'll admit I fell off on Marvel years
Yeah,
ago.
JMS was not invited back for
They
Amazing
snubbed
1000.
Mateus for Amazing 1000.
No, I said JMS.
Oh, I'm about to say.
Because I think I heard that Bendis is doing a story for the book.
Yep, and Dave Mateus is not doing a story either, but they brought some nobody who has never done a comic before to do a story.
Wait, I
no
understand fresh talent, but this is a milestone issue. You want to put some new blood on a milestone?
I'm sorry. Here's the thing. It snuck up on them. It's clear it snuck up on them.
Yeah,
This feels like it's going to be like Action 1000. Just a bunch of stories tossed in.
Yeah.
One person who should have been told before he Marvel should have contacted him for this issue coming up before he passed. They should have contacted Jerry Conway before he passed, but they probably didn't.
But to be fair, Jerry had been not doing good health-wise lately anyway, so probably wasn't in condition to do it the past year.
The only person I could think of who probably could have done the story for it would have been really interesting if he did it for it, Tom DeFalco. But my guess is Marvel doesn't want anything to do with it because the fact they don't want to do anything with his Spider-Girl.
Mm-hmm.
It's Alice.
Which you don't really see her that often.
I think the last time part of this book she was seen was actually Mark Andrego's Batwoman. I remember seeing her. Interesting. They brought. I think this is J.H. Williams doing the cover. Well, at least this is this is by Danny. I think the same artist who did the covers for his.
By the way, can I say something about Batwoman? Have you read the first issue, Jay Heat?
Yes, I have read the first.
It feels like Rocco is treating it like everything that's happened between his J.H. Williams run and now never happened.
He is treating it that way. He's picking up right where he left off.
Especially how he's just completely ignoring everything Tinian did.
Which makes no sense, especially
wait, Nick, it's Rucka. It makes perfect sense. This is the same guy who brought back Cheetah eating a cannibal just so he can resolve the story his way.
Yeah, and also the fact that he I read apparently he made her where apparently it was reckoned with her that she had a relationship with Edith Candy and she's in love with Wonder Woman.
Again, this is Rucka.
Yeah. The Dead Man. Robert, do you remember who wrote the last Dead Man miniseries?
Yes. Neil Adams.
Yep.
But that was part of his Batman Odyssey world.
Yep. I think I remember correctly. I think that was also his second to last book he wrote before he passed away.
Yeah, the last one was Batman versus Ra's al Ghul.
Which I think there was going to be a follow-up to that, but because I think his health got in the way.
Yeah, I guess he wrapped it up then instead. He wrapped up his plot points.
Yeah. Firestorm with Firehawk
But
and
apparently, this is doing well.
This book,
Really?
interesting.
What they added an extra issue to it, and I gotta say, this tells you how bad Marvel's in the toilet. If Firestorm
Yeah,
is doing well,
I don't know if they do in this book because I haven't read it yet. But is there a tribute to Jerry Conway in the book? Because he basically,
well, they not yet. I'm sure the upcoming issue or two they will be.
I'm sure they did in memory of him because he created the character.
Yep.
Zatanna.
Oh,
I'm surprised that she got an ongoing.
no, I'm not, because the past two mini series have been awesome. Sales wise.
Her last
wait.
in 2011.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
No. Oh yeah. Dude, that was her first ongoing, dude. She never had an ongoing beforehand. And yeah, but then you had the Mariko Tamaki mini and then the last Jamal Campbell mini. Both did so well. They were either in the top 10 or number 1. So yeah, I'm not surprised they did this.
I think this book is a continuation of the Jamal Campbell.
Yes. Well, obviously it's Jamal Campbell writing and drawing it.
It's a spiritual sequel to his miniseries.
It's not a spiritual sequel. It's a direct sequel.
Oh, thank you.
It's a spiritual sequel to
who made Zatanna. I'm going to say this very politely. Mayor's smoking hot on the cover.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's gorgeous.
Yeah.
No, I gotta say though, did you know that apparently that boycott, they're saying even if they're black creators, boycott the book?
That's dumb.
Wait, what?
That's true.
That boycott they're doing, they're basically saying even if it's black creators, boycott it. Only and they cannot do anything. Not even black creators are going to get anything. We just care about the black characters.
That makes no sense.
Try and tell these people that
for African, you want to advocate for black. Hold on, let me. I just have to say this. You want to by that definition, by that logic, they want to advocate for black creators, but they don't. But they want to boycott titles they're already commissioned to work on.
They don't care. They just want to focus on the black characters.
Somebody please make this make sense.
Dude, it's a grift.
Fair enough.
Moving on.
Now, I don't. Is this Respawn? Hold on.
No. That's Rhodes.
I see it now. Never mind. Because the mask kind of threw me off for a second.
I'll be honest. Tony Fleece is surprising me. I like Tony Fleece. I like him a lot. I mean, Stray Dogs, Feline. But I didn't expect him to do an action book like this.
Yeah, it's this run. I was kind of surprised Destro got an ongoing.
I'm not. He always is done good with his ongoings.
Oh, don't get me wrong. Christopher Priest's run was solid. Don't get me wrong.
Oh no, but I'm saying even the Tony Daniel run lasted quite a while, not long enough to get an omnibus.
Is that the one that bled into Deathstroke Inc.?
No. But Deathstroke Inc. came right after Priest run. I'm talking about the one where they made him young, the match to synchronize with the Arrow.
Tony S. Daniels run? Yes,
Tony S. Daniels run. And then beforehand, you had the New 52 run.
Oh, okay. Do
you remember when he was young? They made him like the actor from Arrow.
Yeah, that's literally what I just said.
Yeah.
Okay, we gotta talk about this.
Hold on, let me change the topic. Hold on, I know I have a Robert Brandt banner in here somewhere.
No, yeah. I'm not gonna rant.
Yeah, we have a new butler replace Alfred. It's
we don't know who he even is yet.
Yeah, I know. I can tell. Look, that's not his daughter. His daughter is Julia. She looks nothing like that.
To be fair, she doesn't look like New 52 Julia. Doesn't mean that they can't go back to original look. Or this could be Barbara Wilson, the niece, if they're taking her from Batman and Robin.
I'm about to say.
I think they're going to go with Barbara Wilson.
Yeah. There's no denying the fact killing Alfred was a humongous mistake. And I know King himself is taking a lot of flack for it.
And they blew up his body in Joker War.
Yeah. despite the fact that he himself has stated that was not his call. That was the editor's call. He was going to do a fake. He was not going to kill him.
Yeah, and it
Yeah.
was supposed to be, and it was so clearly meant to be an hallucination. When you have Psycho Pirate there.
But killing
Yeah.
Alfred was a mistake because he's an integral part of Batman universe.
And like I said, though, Tinian blowing up his body didn't help.
It did not.
It kind of cemented there ain't no coming back.
Yeah, I think it happened in the Batman Tower Joker War, but
Yeah. Number
looking at
100,
this-
Batman 100.
yeah, I remember I was talking this with Tomasi because he worked on the Detective Comics tie-ins for Joker War. I was talking about this cover. Even he remembers this cover very well. Do you remember the cover that came under his run where you have Joker on top of Batman and him saying, "Knock, knock, anybody in there?"
Yeah.
That was funny. Even he found that kind of funny. And he did agree with me that a lot of his run for Detective was kind of fixing other people's mistakes they made with Batman.
Oh, yeah.
He
A lot
tried.
of his run was, a lot of his run was.
His run was amazing. I think it should be talked about more on how, like, people talk about his Batman run, what he did with Gleason, but his Detective Comics run is amazing. There's no bad issue. I practically own the whole thing in trade paperback. I've been buying Detective Comics since his run, and I've never missed a trade since then. I even got the first two trades of Tom Taylor's run.
Yep. By the way, Tom Taylor's run has not been bad.
I mean, the whole daughter of Joe Chill thing, I wasn't the biggest fan of, but
The City Without Fear.
yeah, it's a slow. It grows on you.
And I'll say this: it's better than Ram V's run.
That is true.
I didn't mind Ram V's run. I was surprised they brought back Dan Walters do that backup for 1100. Makes sense that he brought him in. It was my theory when I did my video for 1100. The reason I'm thinking Ram V was probably asked, but he said no because he just left the book. Walters probably said yes, no problem.
But well, here's the other thing. You know what? One thing with Tomasi's run that I did appreciate was the Mrs. Freeze stuff, and having a good explanation of why she's gone crazy, as opposed to the pre-New 52 where she was put in the Lazarus pit and it made her fire.
Yeah. Nightwing 141. I haven't actually enjoyed Nightwing's one of the issues I've read by Dan Walters.
By the way, we're nearing this book possibly outshining the original run.
Yes, I do agree. And I know this book I think was toward the end of Tom Taylor's run, Celebrate issue 300, which that was good on DC's part to acknowledge that. I know that Green Arrow had acknowledged 300. One title recently that's not acknowledged big for this issue is Aquaman. He is the only one who has not.
I think because he's been starring stopping, there's been some confusion on things. But I will say though, Green Lantern 600. Green Lantern 600.
Yeah, look at this issue here, 90. This is roughly 5 issues away from breaking the number of issues of Volume 2 had.
Mm-hmm.
And Terry Graybach has been doing an amazing job with this book.
I gotta say, once again, Marvel writers coming to DC and doing much better.
Yes, I had met the previous writer who did this book, which was Teenie Howard.
Teenie Howard?
Yes, she agrees. Terry Graybach is doing an amazing job with this book. So according to her, when she did Harley Quinn, she was proposed to the idea of backups. It was not her idea. And people did the backups for her run. I didn't talk about the fact to her that her run was a bit confusing. But I did enjoy her because that one had a plan the whole time. It may not last very long, but it was a very interesting run.
By the way, you missed my rant earlier about Gotham War, about how that was clearly a Howard story.
Yeah.
Can we agree to that?
Yeah, I didn't talk too much about her, about Gotham War, Sally. This writer, L.A. Khan, I still have no idea. Like, not even Teenie Howard knows who this person is. I asked her about this writer. She has no idea who this person is.
I don't care about the Harley book.
It's Batgirl. Oh, I did see recently that the writer of this book is writing New Titans.
Yep.
Nice.
Of which they are adding Static. Which, I gotta say, that is clearly throwing people a bone.
That is. That is.
And I actually got the first trade of this run for Batgirl. It is amazing.
It is.
Absolutely amazing.
Okay, this is the other part of Stephanie Williams' two-parter.
Yeah.
Which basically, I gotta say, it being sandwiched in between Diana traveling through time in the King story makes sense. That's the perfect spot to put in a fill-in.
Yes.
In my opinion, I would probably recommend taking King off the book because his run has not been very popular.
It's probably going to be the end of his run. It feels like a wrap-up of his run, but they're not going to take him off mid-story.
Yeah. No, they're gonna see this arc through.
I'm sure people want people like Yellow Smoke like the book, but she's like.
Wouldn't you be willing to do stuff at DC? Like, since she's the one who did the DC side of the Superman Spider-Man crossover.
Yeah. Who would you pick to succeed Tom King on Wonder Woman?
Ooh.
Either I would say maybe Stephanie for a fill-in until they reach 50, but afterwards I'd say Jeremy Adams.
Yes.
Here's my stance, and Jerry and I have talked about this. Diana needs to be a superhero again. She has not been a superhero in ages. She's been either a woman, a feminist icon, or a mythological character. Mm-hmm. Think about it. When has she last been a superhero? Gail Simone's run.
Yes,
that is true.
Yeah,
I gotta give Robert that.
Yeah, because look back between New 52 onward, it's either been the Warrior or instead a feminist icon or a hero of the world.
Say what you will about the Azarello run turning Wonder Woman into female Kratos. Say what you will about that, but the Azarello run was amazing.
Well, yeah, but you get what I'm saying, though, right?
Yeah, I get the larger point.
Because she needs to be a superhero again, and I got personally say she needs to be Diana Prince again to have a identity that grounds her. Because I'm sorry, the thing with King's Run, it is just the peak of her problem, which is. People, again, they feel like we need to make her this icon or that she represents the world. She needs her own hometown to operate on. She needs to get off the island.
Yeah. Here's a question for you, Robert. How do you feel about her being mom?
I don't mind it. Unlike Jared, I am not against it.
This is the first time she's been a mom since the 80s.
That is true.
Yeah, Fury.
Pre-crisis. Since pre-crisis.
Yeah,
but we never see her raise Fury.
Yeah. Also, I did read apparently. Do you remember Donna Troy had a son?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He dead. They're dead.
Yeah. That was a whole thing.
Apparently, Jeremy Adams brought back Robert Lang.
What?
Yeah, he brought back the son and aged him up.
No, I don't think that was. He brought back other characters, but not Robert Lang.
No, he brought back Donna's son.
Let me check.
It was in Flash. I checked. It was 797.
Wait. I know about this Flash run doing that moment. I don't think it was one of the. I got to double check.
Well, we're waiting on that. Yeah.
Apparently, if I read, he got kidnapped by Granny Goodness.
Now, while we're waiting on that, with the Reign of the Superboy thing, I kind of feel cheated that Connor didn't get his own title for the Reigns of the Superboy.
Oh, never mind. Yes, he did.
Oh, thank you for confirming that, Robert.
Yeah, so he was back, and he was still one of the Lords of Chaos.
Yeah, I kind of wish they would have brought back his, Donna's stepdaughter, because Jennifer was a great character. If you read the Teen Titans book from Marvel and George Perez, John Byrne killing off Donna's family was a mistake.
I don't think it was a mistake.
In my opinion, in a story, killing off a child is a terrible idea.
Yeah, but you know who else has done it? Jason Aaron killing off
there's two
Jane Foster's.
Who's done it?
I'm just saying others have done it. Yeah, Jane Foster's family were killed off.
James Robinson.
Oh God! Don't bring up Cry for Justice. Don't bring up Cry for Justice.
Thank God.
Wait. Who brought up Cry for Justice?
He just did. He said
He's
said
done
James
it.
Robinson. Who
But,
else is he?
was I know she came back in Catwoman. I think it was Ram V who brought her back.
Yeah, Ram V brought her back, but it wasn't until Williamson to confirm it.
Yes, which you got. I met Ram V. I didn't talk about that.
remember
But,
reading Cry for Justice.
Dude. Let's not talk
Please,
about.
please.
Please, let's not talk about what happened to Liam.
Liam
Please.
back is good. I think it's a little weird that she's go with the current trends of like teenage girls, where like they have in this Rob just like mini series where she has blue hair.
That's her own choice.
Yeah, and
well, anyway, can we get back?
Please,
to the solicitations?
If we go on this tangent, we'll be here all night.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to be rude. I'm sorry for being rude, but
the Soup Boys storyline.
Yes, this is the wrap. Actually, no, this is the wrap up of it, where Superman's come back, and now Zod has taken over the Kryptonite Kingdom.
Yeah, I actually read the first trade that collects Sylvia Campbell's run for Supergirl. It is surprisingly real.
Oh, it is so good, and I still love it how she reveals, so sunlight can make a Kryptonian sick.
Also, this that was really cool about in the first arc, they had an issue where she basically went through a montage of all of her costumes.
Yep.
The Silver Age, the present day,
Oh.
for her late 90s costume. That was not there.
But you know what? You know what Sophie Campbell has hinted off who's coming back? Matrix!
Oh, that'd be cool. I hope basically they do a nod. I hope they do a tribute to Peter David for that.
Oh, by the way, did you know that during the bit of during KO?
Go ahead.
I was saying during KO when Peter David's Aquaman showed up and you had a nice quiet moment. Mark Waid himself told me he didn't intend it, but to be a tribute to Peter David. But as he wrote it, it became one. Oh, by the way, who here really thinks that young John's going to stay around?
Wait. Oh, right, Reign of Superboys.
He's gone. He's gone.
Yeah, I don't think.
I don't notice he's not even in the solicitations.
No.
I don't think they're going to kill him off. I'm hoping they might turn back to what he was prior to Bendis.
No, they're not. They're going to send him back. Either he's going to be a fake, or they're sending him back because it's a case where keeping him around after what happened, he's too fragile. He's too, because that's what they seem to be indicating. He's too fragile-minded.
Too fragile-minded.
Yeah, because in the recent issue, he lashed out. He is just jumping at everything and attacking things. Because he's been in there. He's so young, he hasn't gotten over it, and he's too dangerous.
Yeah, okay, I get where you're coming from.
Yeah,
but I just don't think that. I've been getting a lot of comments online. Just bear with me for a sec. I've been getting they're bringing John Kent. Oh, they're going to balance it. No, they're not. This is
basically giving a fair. This is him. Dan Slott finally trying to get over the thing. Because remember, what did Dan Slott say he wanted to do? He wanted to have John go through a Gohan-like a transformation. Hence, Tomorrow Man. I'm sorry. Did Gohan turn back into a teenager ever again?
They're not.
I'm saying that sincerely. Are they going to turn him back into a teen? Did he ever get turned back into a teenager? No.
No, it's a separate duplicate. If anything, this is a time-displaced John while he's still on Earth 3.
For now. This is temporary. He's either going to go back or he's going to be a fifth-dimensional construct.
Either way.
But I got to say, I'm so glad the Zod story is finally coming to a head.
Yeah, but that one cover I was bringing up, the one with Supergirl, that was an awful-looking cover. With that Supergirl, this cover looks fine, but that Super cover getting Zod, that looked awful.
And I'm actually glad John's actually rebranding.
It's a perfect rebranding. Tomorrow Man having a mask and everything, and having chronal energies that throw things off. I love.
I'll admit I wasn't a fan of the costume when it first got announced. Flamebird would have been a better choice, but it's growing on me.
And remember, he was always about the for a better tomorrow.
I mean, it's on brand. Don't get me wrong. I just, if I had one critique about the whole reign of the Superboys and the Summer of Superman event, Connor didn't get a solo title. He was a supporting role in Supergirl's title, and then now with the Kingdom of Zod. Connor,
By the way, I gotta say the whole Kid Thunder. It turns out, I'm glad they're tying back to it, but I'm also disappointed. Oh, it's just a bunch of people dressed like him.
yeah, because didn't Kid Thunder end up in the Kingdom Come world?
That is the king. That's Magog.
Oh, okay.
That was Magog.
Oh, that's who he becomes. Okay.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, the present one was the great grandson of FDR.
He's been dead a long. And dude, that one got killed off during Generation Lost.
Yeah, I think that was Judd Winnick and
Judd Winnick did that. Yep.
Given.
Keith was off by that point.
Yeah, but he did write that book initially.
Initially, but not that point.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Yes. The thing is, I did ask this to Dave Matias because he has his own line of original books. I did ask this: are you planning to have a character who is based upon King giving your books? He says no, but that sounds like a good idea to do. This is World's Finest.
Okay.
Yeah.
But anyway, what's next? Can we please focus? Can we please focus?
This looks like JLU.
Yes. No, I want to say Justice League Unlimited.
No, but guys, we didn't ask though. What do you guys think about Kingdom of Zod?
It started slow, but
we haven't even started yet. What do you mean start slow?
Hold on, I was thinking about Justice League Unlimited, but yeah, I'm excited for Kingdom of Zod.
Yeah, we're finally getting the Zod stuff. We're finally getting Zod dealt with him. Lois taking his powers, and he's taking advantage of the Kryptonite Kingdom.
Yep.
Now, what do you think about the fact that Clark is back already?
I feel like they rushed it. I feel like you could have actually kept this on for a year.
I think this further proves KO was never meant to be a permanent, and it was never their original plan.
What makes you say that?
Because of how disconnected, or how very quick it went through, and how, again, it just felt like this was the vet was done in a reaction to Absolute being such a big hit. Because I do think that the Dark Side thing was more of a slow burn, and given out by the end of it, they just kicked the can down the road.
To set up Absolute Crisis. Yeah, I get what you mean by that.
That's what I think. I think this was done. I think originally the plan was to just build up the Absolute Crisis, but then again, it became such a huge hit. They're like, okay, we got to do something to tap into this.
I see where you're coming from. Now, I know it's been a couple of months since it was done. As far as how I know Kyle Rayner's taken over the main book, but Hal Jordan's Swan Song, his failed proposal to star Sapphire, Robert, I never got your thoughts on that. Oh,
I'm a bit disappointed in the fact that it's been, and I'll also be honest, I'm not a big fan of what's going on with the Kyle stuff. It's not bad, just not as good what's going on with Hal. Although to be fair, ever since I feel like the book has been more, I'm not saying meandering, but not as good as the peak it did with the Starbreaker story.
I have to agree.
It's not bad. It just feels like it's playing it safe. I was hoping 600 to finally be dealing with the Corona stuff.
I agree.
But at least we're finally getting more stuff about these Guardians, at least. But I'll be honest, I'm more paying attention to the House stuff than I am the Kyle stuff.
I have to agree. And for some reason, they have an event with Guy Gardner being worshipped, and now Aya is.
No. He's not worshipped. No. He's not being worshipped. He is basically their pope. Because he has visions. Thanks to what happened in KO. Mark Waven had a reference, and of course, Ted Kord is cracking up at him.
Flashback.
But yeah, JLU has been a good book.
Yeah, Wade is doing a fantastic job, and also I think I know he's had a very bad reputation over the years. I say the last several years because he's had a tendency to put his foot in his mouth, but he has kept his mouth shut.
for the most part. Oh yeah, so let's look at Flash. Flash is finally starting to build up to something beyond a couple of one-offs.
Yeah.
I admit I have to catch back up because the first run with it's not Jeff Lemire. It's not Jeff Lemire. It was
Cy Spurrier.
Thank you, Cy Spurrier. I just couldn't follow along with it. And,
I agree.
I didn't mind the horror sequences. I just couldn't follow it. But but from what I've heard, it's really picking up steam.
Yep, it is.
Now Titans, I was kind of surprised they brought Kid Devil back. Like
to be fair though, he was brought back along with everyone else at the end of Adam's run.
Okay, so cool. I did look this up. Apparently, he made his first appearance in the current continuity in DC Universe Presents 15. That's when he first appeared.
No. That wasn't Kid Devil. That was Blue Devil.
That was Blue Devil.
Yeah. I read it. Kid Devil did first appear there.
Wait. Oh, wait. Let me double check.
Yeah. Static here looks like, I think that's a TV show looking, if I'm mistaken, correct? First 2 seasons.
Yeah, first 2 seasons. He kind of goes for the black undershirt towards season 3 onward. But yeah,
Nope. His return to DC canon was Heroes in Crisis.
Robert, did you say his return? I mean, Nick, did you say his return to DC canon or his first appearance?
His first appearance in the current continuity.
Yeah, that was not DC Presents because I'm looking it up. It's not mentioning it.
Yeah, here he's basically not referred to as basically Red Devil.
Oh wait, no, wait, there it is. I was wrong.
Okay, and now we're.
I apologize.
Yeah. The person brought him in was Mark Andrego, Robert Saruka, Eduardo Padisca. So you think Mark Andrego bring in? I can tell that Cyborg there on the cover, but I couldn't tell who is that Tara behind Static?
Yes, Tara. Yes. Tara's been back since the end of Layman's run.
Yeah. Interesting. She's got a new outfit now. Looks like she's wearing, like, is it just me or is that the artist made her put on some muscle?
Just a little bit.
A little.
Yeah.
But we also have spoilers.
Is that Donnie behind Yanja 4?
No. That is a new girl that was based off of Cyborg.
Okay, because I do know Donna is still leading this team.
I think so.
I would think they're kind of trying to build up this. They're trying to build up this new ensemble.
Yes, Static Kid looks like he's about 20-ish.
Well, he should be. That's how he was at the end of the
one shot.
Yeah, the one shot.
Yeah. So this is not from the Milestone, the Milestone other imprint that the DC was doing.
No, this is canon. This is main line.
Yeah, this is main line. This is
and that's basically what that one shot did. It basically sets things up to now that the Milestone initiative is over.
Yeah, it didn't do too well because it did some, like in the Milestone book for Static, he supported Atifa for some weird reason.
Yep.
Not sure.
By the way, having John with his electric powers and Static makes sense.
Yeah. Like, also, so Static's part of his outfit looks different. Like, the jacket is definitely standard, but the part of his mask wrapped around his head, that's new.
Yes, but you could tell it's inspired at least from the TV show, from the first 2 seasons. He does go. Go ahead.
I think he did have dreads before in the show, if I remember. He did have dreads.
He always had dreads.
Yeah. Ooh. I think this is JSA by Jeff Lemire.
It is.
Which has still been good, especially now that we have the Spectre War.
Yeah.
It started.
I think the Spectre, I know Spectre, he was previously Darkseid. I think it's
Darkseid, and then he tried to join up with Eternity Girl.
Yeah, which Eternity Girl, I think it's a Jeff Johns Recon character, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Kind of weird that
people are sleeping on this run. I swear to you.
Mm-hmm.
Like this run This run of Aquaman has no reason being as good as it is. It
But
just doesn't.
you know what the funny thing is? You want to know the funny thing is? It was originally not supposed to be Aquaman.
Really?
It was supposed to be a book with Mira and someone else. And then it's like they said no. Then he's like, well, why don't you? They just told Adam, well, why don't you just do Aquaman?
I think the reason the book is selling very well because people have missed Aquaman.
No, it's not. But it's not selling that great.
Really?
It's really being underrated. Like hardly anyone's paying attention.
You know why? There are people who still blame him for thinking he killed off Mira when she's not dead.
Yeah. Also, you notice that they changed it to Emperor Aquaman, which that was a name he had during Flashpoint.
Yep. They changed because thanks to Mira's mother posing as Andy, now he is now stuck. He is now the ruler of all the seas, the ocean.
Yes.
Okay, Book of L is fine. It's coming towards its end soon.
Do you think the reason why he changed the title itself, also because he worked with Jeff Johns and Flash or Beyond?
No, I think it was just done to try and give a rebranding.
Yeah,
pretty much.
What do you think about Book of L? How it's been going?
I read the first couple of issues. This actually has been really good.
I feel like it's a little dated because this was during all the whole future state stuff. So I feel like this is a little dated, but overall,
let's debut with the summer suit because they debuted with the movie. Which I think this is officially Philip K. Johnson's final book.
Yep, it's his final DC book before he's already done writing it, and I think once the book is done, the twins will finally be up for anyone else to use. I think they've been holding off a bit until this book was done.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, World's Finest still doing good.
Yeah, I think that one's just reached issue 50, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Yep, and I gotta say, the fact that this book has still been doing so well ever since Dan more or less speaks highly to the writing.
I think, if I remember correctly, the number of issues for comics, I think World's Finest is like the 4th or 5th longest that's not had a relaunch.
Possibly.
Because right now it's Nightwing is number 1. Number 2 is Catwoman. 3 is Harley. I would say World's Finest is probably number 4 on that list.
Now, what do you think about this Clayface book?
It's obviously synergy for the movie, but I'll check it out.
I'm curious.
I would have done a one-shot, but hold on. Let's see if it is.
So it's a mini. It's a mini.
Oh, it's a mini. Okay.
Yeah. Celebrity Dirt, done by Jude Ellison S. Doyle. I have no idea who this is. Is it? No, this is probably not the actor playing him in the Clayface movie.
No. This isn't a Paul Dano type of thing. It's not.
Because I think, I remember correctly, the Riddler Year One book was done by the actor.
Yeah, Riddler Year One was done by the actor, but that was because that was stuff that he and Matt Reeves worked on, talking about stuff, and then it was asked, why don't you just make it a story?
Yeah, they just repurposed it. It was essentially cut content from the movie they repurposed as a comic.
No, It was never meant to be in the movie. It was just stuff they came up with behind the scenes on their own. And he just went so in depth, they decided, you know what, we can make something out of this and make it's the official prequel.
I think I know. If I think correctly, that he is one of 2 who has actually written his own character's book. The other being Dreamer.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, you did have the actors doing that for the Shazam family doing that thing, but they had a lot of ghostwriters. And technically, Michael Dorn did voice John Henry Irons in the anime series.
That is true.
Yeah.
Now is this Batman? Now I do remember seeing a miniseries with during Jason Todd tenures as Robin. So is this still Grayson or?
Let me see. Keep scrolling down.
I want to say this.
Oh no, this is the Mark Waid book.
Okay, because I do recall seeing a miniseries about.
Yeah, no. That would be. What's his name? Todd. Not Todd now. Dustin Nguyen.
I think it's Batman. Jason Todd.
Yeah. By the way, I've been loving this.
The DC.
There's no reason being this good.
It really doesn't.
And by the way, Sonic's going up against Godzilla too now, right?
Really?
Yep. Not a DC, of course, that's IDW, but still. Oh, I loved in the very first issue. Supergirl meets cream and cheese, and then it's like, I am never leaving here.
End of the line.
We don't care about the Vertigo book.
Yeah, it's not. Vertigo's not as good as it used to be.
Black Tower. It's Rand B book. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Perkins. I'm not past that Mike Perkins book because he's awesome.
Yep.
100 Bullets. This is a sequel to Brian Azzarello's 100 Bullets book,
Mm-hmm.
which was I read part of it. It was exactly 100 issues.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
This End of Life. I don't know what that is.
Hold on. What is this? Oh, Dark Knights of Steel sequel. Okay.
Yep.
The first book was amazing. Not surprised it's a sequel. I don't think Tom Taylor's writing this one because
Yes, he is.
He is. That's
Okay.
been confirmed.
Okay. I know he didn't do the.
But look who the artist is.
Otto Smith. Oh boy.
Who is
DC versus vampires, but he's known for doing some questionable artwork.
And DC versus Vampires. It just.
Okay, I am not blaming him for that. That
the
is
art was good.
Rosenberg.
I'm not faulting that at all. The story was just
Rosenberg burned out fast.
I don't even think he made it halfway through the first series.
No, yeah, he did. It was the sequel. He did it.
Okay.
Let me rephrase that. He did work on the sequel, but you could remember he had Tinian helping out with the first one.
That is true.
That is true. What book is this one?
I think this is Blue Lantern Corps. Wait, is Blue Lantern Corps finally
Wait,
getting
what?
a series?
Wait, what?
Hold on. Oh, Supergirl survived. I was about to say.
This is what if she showed up with Cal, or went up with Cal.
Yeah.
If her and
This
Cal
is the Elseworld. This is the Elseworld. And I'm gonna say, I'm surprised it took him this long to do this idea.
And her technically, this is the second Corps she's been part of. She's always part of Red Lantern Corps.
Yeah, but I would say here though, since she doesn't have the rays, she would have hope for with her being with her cousin. It makes sense.
Which, by the way, Sophie Campbell in the first arc for her run for Supergirl, they did reference her time.
Yep. By the way, good start for this book.
Hold on.
I think this is
this is the father of Superman.
Is this in the continuity of the TV show Batman?
No. This is what if Jor-El got to Earth instead of Cal.
Father of Tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah. It's such a good start.
Yeah.
Reprint of Superman Action Comics #1.
Excellent.
Okay, we're in the facts.
First appearance of Batman. Powers Collection collectible.
Oh, JLA, Avengers JLA.
I think it's new printing.
This is.
Duh.
Yeah. Here's a little fun fact that I found this out recently. Did you know the Meredith Finch run for Wonder Woman that is not an omnibus form?
Wait, what?
Yeah. The Meredith.
No, repeat what you said.
Meredith Finch's run on Wonder Woman is not an omnibus.
Wow. You mean the Finch? Just say the Finches.
The Finches.
Yeah. I'm not surprised.
I actually like their run.
I didn't. It felt like it was undoing so much. And I'm sorry. How can you defend what they did to Donna? How can you defend that?
Well, they gave her basically.
They made her kill all of the sons. I'm sorry. No, there's no defending that, Nick.
Yeah, and also they gave Wonder Woman a new costume, which.
The costume was fine. Her killing off all of the sons of the brothers of the Amazons. I'm sorry. There's no defending that, no matter what you say. And the fact that they kept that canon for such a long time.
Yeah, and they also gave her the Wonder Woman origin story, which
oh my god! Reprinting of Kingdom Come. Let's go.
And I already have the Absolute Edition.
Still, I just love Alex Ross's artwork.
Oop.
It is a masterpiece.
Well, if you
Yes,
think of
it
Alex
is.
Ross, this is one of like 3 major books that he's been involved with. People love. They are being asked to study in the Marvels.
By the way, I gotta say, I am so surprised that the DC that he is, because you do know there's been the falling out with DC, and the reason why he's doing all this stuff for Marvel is because he's not as beholden to Marvel as he is to DC. That's why he doesn't care if he just does covers.
Robert,
You know that, right?
DC Finest books.
I gotta say, I've been liking that, but I'm getting so tired of people complaining about the stories they want aren't getting collected. It's like, give it time, guys.
Yeah. Robert, have you picked up the DC Finance books?
I haven't really needed to.
Well, are these the same as the compact books, or is that a separate line?
No. It's their replacement of those other type of trades.
Showcase.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're basically the DC Finest is DC sister series to Marvel's Epic Collection.
It's the step down from the compendiums.
Oh, okay.
Also, someone did point out
Okay. The fact that became a thing.
nothing but Nightwing. Yeah, someone did point this out though, who actually has owned all the Epic collections from Marvel. There has been almost exactly 500 of those damn things released. 500.
Yep. Wait. What is this? What is this? Keep scrolling down.
This was a Raven Raven graphic novel.
Is this Kimmy Garcia?
No,
I think so.
definitely not. It's not. It's not.
Cena Grace.
Oh, it's the Webtoons book.
Yeah.
They've been collecting those stories lately.
Yeah. The DC Finance books, Robert, I've enjoying those. Especially
I've been too.
So
I've been enjoying seeing them out there, and I'm so glad that Peter David, Supergirl, it's finally been getting more trades.
Mm-hmm.
I am so glad that it's finally. If they're not going to do an omnibus, these DC Finest, I think they're testing the waters. You want to bet?
Yeah.
Oh,
now this I'm surprised.
by the way, are we ever going to get back to this?
Wait, back to what?
Damien,
Oh,
you and me.
Yeah. I've just been busy with the new job. Yeah, the follow up. I was trying to set something up with Pika.
Yeah,
but
you find it interesting though. Grant Morrison was not invited back for Detective Comics 700.
No, he was
not surprised.
Yeah, there were a bunch of writers I felt was missing.
Because let's be honest, they are probably content with what they've been doing lately.
Yeah, I get Tom Taylor, Mariko Tamakagi, Dan
Tamaki.
Walters. Yeah, Walters I get because he was a writer on the book. He wrote the backup stories for Ram V's run. But Morrison should have had a story for that.
I bet you they offered, but he's probably so content that the only thing that brought him back was Deadpool Batman.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. And let's be okay. You know what? It's been a while since we were on. I got to ask both of you. Thoughts now on all 4 of the DC Marvel books?
I read one of them. I haven't read all of them, but the whole idea of them is really cool. It just
I enjoyed. If I had to be honest, I enjoyed the DC X Marvel crossovers more than the Marvel X DC,
especially with Superman.
With the exception of Spider-Man, Superman. That's the standout of that line.
I disagree for the main story because I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm talking about the backups. I'm talking about the backups for that.
I thought the backups were better on the Superman on the DC side.
Really?
Do I have? Okay, wait. Do I?
It was Punisher and Power Girl.
That was the DC side. I was going to say though, do I have to bring up Jason Aaron being Jason Aaron in his story?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Batman being the one who bitches and moans up saying, "Oh, Thor shouldn't be a woman." That sounds like something that should have been Guy Gardner. But Aaron is going to Aaron. He can't help himself. Can he?
Listen, seriously, if you really wanted someone to be a straw man,
it should have been Guy.
Guy's the obvious choice.
But again, Aaron could not help himself. Can he? He can never ever.
Lantern's guy is the Dick Lantern.
Yeah, but again, I'm sorry, he can't help himself at all. Now, I will say this: I love the Jeff Johns story, and some of the other stories were interesting, but I gotta say the DC one had the stronger backups.
That is true. Speaking of which, the Wonder Woman Captain America one, which in my opinion should have been a main book, because you could do so much with Wonder Woman and Steve Rogers in World War II. There's
And
so much.
I kind of noticed, with the exception of the Grant Morrison Dead Batman Deadpool story, all the other stories treated it like they were all one world.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, I gotta say, Louise Simonson and Todd Nowak doing what you see. It's Sink and Steel and Hobgoblin, which it is, but it turns out who's her husband? Who is Louise Simonson's husband?
Walt Simonson.
And what is he known for writing?
Thor.
And who else? And of course, what do Steel and Thor have in common? They're Hammer Bros.
Yeah.
Yes.
That I love. But, and I gotta say also, that last story with Jeff Loeb and Jim Chung, it was so obviously meant to be Tim Sale. It is so painfully obvious it was meant to be a Spider-Man Blue story. Wouldn't you agree?
I agree.
Yeah,
Now,
Robert, did you read The Long Halloween, The Last Halloween?
Yes.
It was good.
And I thought that was a good ending. A lot better than Hush 2.
Yes.
Definitely. But
and at least it wasn't delayed.
Yeah.
True. So true. Thoughts on lanterns? Because some people are saying Earth 1 was the inspiration for the costume.
It was for the outfit. By the way, Nick, you do know we're never going to get Volume 3, and you want to know why?
Grant
It's
Morrison,
sad.
busy?
What?
Is he busy?
Nope. Divorced.
Ooh.
And his wife was the writer, and it was a messy, bad divorce.
Oh, I heard about it. It got ugly.
That's what he told me himself directly. That he's like, I can't. In fact, when I last talked to him, he was done with superhero comics. So I'm still surprised they got him back for that Black Label book.
Reprint.
The Batman Question Green Arrow.
Yeah, I'm surprised they got him back for that.
Yeah. Harley Quinn. This is more.
That's the omnibus.
Yeah, new edition. I actually saw them at Mid Carolina 2 months ago.
Yep.
They're awesome. Still awesome.
Oh, ooh, Volume 2.
Yes, I
that is such an underrated run.
Yeah, and I at least got to praise DC for doing omnibuses because they stopped the trade paperbacks as the collective for 20 issues for reasons.
Oh, wait, they stopped what? They stopped what?
There was 2 trade paperbacks that collected that run for Spectre. They stopped at the 2 volumes.
Why?
Don't know why. They collected the first 22 issues and stopped there for some reason. I have no idea why. But I finished up that run, reviewing it on my channel, and I loved the ending of the book. It was amazing. And
and eventually that led into what was the event? Jeff Johns did it. Day of Judgment. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes. One thing I thought was really cool about this book, that one thing I did notice though, because I did this when I reviewed Mystery Year 1, and I did it for Spectre. Did you realize though one of the issues of Mystery Year 1 it was a retelling of that issue of Spectre that was Michael Holt's debut?
Oh yeah.
I thought it was kind of weird. They basically just retold the story. I mean, it's not technically it's not a reprint. They just retold the story, which I was surprised to see that. I mean, and they kept part of the canon for Mischief, which I thought was really nice. They did that.
So okay, but I want to ask quick. So, what thoughts on this this month? I say it's not bad.
Yeah, the May titles were pretty good, most of them. Not a Mac Fractions run. There are a few nitpicks, but
again,
otherwise,
he needs to get this Bernard thing out of his system and get him back. Because I'm sorry, if he were again, I gotta ask you, all honestly, dude, do you think he's doing this purely because he thinks this is what it is to help people endear him to Bernard, or do you really think he's trying to break him up?
It could go either way. You never really know with Matt Fraction. It could go either way. But Summer of Supergirl, this is obviously a synergy for the movie.
I can't wait for that.
Which, don't get me wrong, I did hear the reason why that Warner Bros. Is selling. According to Dixon, he theorized because Superman underperformed at box office.
I'll be honest. I don't take I've lost taking a lot of what Dixon.
Robert,
You're breaking up.
What? Hello?
Yeah.
No, I said you're saying about Chuck Dixon. I stopped listening to that man long ago. The moment he was starting to say stuff like Spidey stopped being good after the Master Planner story, he lost me. I'm sorry.
I like to think of other stuff, like when he talks about basically books he's worked on. I do enjoy listening to those.
Oh yeah. But when he's talking about the everything else, no, the guy does not know what he's talking about anymore.
So who knows what could have been the reason why Warner Bros. Is up for sale? And I have heard that.
It had nothing to do with Superman. And Warner Bros. For sale had nothing to do with Superman because they were clearly having that in the works beforehand.
So what could be the reason why Warner Bros. Was up for sale and now it's being bought by Paramount?
It was purely done because they wanted to. Because let's be honest, this is what Zaslav was always going to do.
I don't know if this is true or not. Is it true that Zaslav lowered the debt for Warner Bros.?
Somewhat.
What did he do?
Lower the debt because
oh yeah, quite a bit actually.
He trimmed a lot of the fat. Zaslav did a lot of necessary cleanup DC and Warner Brothers needed. I'm not going to take it away from the man, but let's be honest, especially knowing his business history, he was either going to redistribute Warner Brothers and DC or outright sell it off the first chance he got. Let's be honest.
Yep.
Yes.
That's why I said this was always going to be his plan. So again, to think that this was some desperate boy because Superman didn't do well is garbage.
Yeah.
Okay, now I see what you're talking about.
It's being bought by Paramount. Now, I did read this. So, because some people are worried that because Paramount is working with the UFC, which is owned by TKO, that they might axe AEW TV. Article, UFC works for them, not the other way around. Paramount makes decisions, not TKO. TKO has no say in AEW television at all. None whatsoever. And also, Tony Khan has a very good working relationship with the people, the Ellis family who run Paramount. He's been longtime friends with them. So AEW TV is going nowhere.
Yeah.
And Zaslav, despite people had issues with him, the one part of him running Warner Brothers that, from what I've heard from Tony Khan himself, which he has described working with him as awesome. Like when it comes to AEW, Zaslav has a really good idea of how to handle AEW. Just basically let AEW do their own thing. Don't interfere. The only time AEW got interfered was when one wrestler got hired by them and he got let go quickly, and that was Trey Miguel. The reason why, because of a tweet he made back in 2020 when he was a very homophobic tweet, which he regretted doing. He has apologized for it, but because Warner Bros. Like it very much, now you're probably thinking, how in the world Warner Bros. Decide about who Tony Khan hires? Well, it was recently. Warner Bros. Discovery owns 10% of All Elite Wrestling. 10%. That's why. So they said no for him, but the other rascals, they're all perfectly fine. And Trey is doing fine over back in TNA. He was recently the TNA International Champion over there, which he lost it to Mustafa Ali. who does open challenge now. His first challenge was against Rich Hahn, who has been on indie scene for the last several years. Was actually previously MLW. Interesting background cover, but this is Barbara Gordon Prisoner.
Yeah, I think this is issue 2 of Breakout.
Yeah,
Hold on. Yeah, it was issue 2. Yeah, it's a month.
yeah. Which I've heard that the recent AEW they put out, Double or Nothing, it's got a lot of positive buzz. I watched one of the matches of it, which was the Stadium Stampede, and because they were in New York, there was 2 things they couldn't do: crowd brawling, and they couldn't bleed.
What?
Do you want to know why?
Why?
The New York State Athletic Commission.
Ah.
They said no, which they're one of 2 which I've heard of that basically are notorious for trying to interfere with wrestling. The other is Maryland. Tony Schiavone with what happened when it brought up one of the Grand Mega Bashes when they were in Baltimore. There was match between Ric Flair and Lex Luger, which was the match was stopped due to excessive bleeding. Allegedly, despite the fact it was, according to Tony Schiavone, who was actually there at ringside, according to him, it was a tiny amount of blood, and that's what stopped the match. Tiny blood. Like, oh, little dot, stop the match, all because of blood. And at times, the commissions, these athletic commissions would try to stick their noses where they do not belong at all. I remember him saying that one commissioner actually would not actually stop a match, even though that he, number one, doesn't run the company. So what they do in order to get him, to make sure the commissioner doesn't interfere, what they do is they lock him in a room and give him a bunch of food and lock the door and just basically just say, don't let him out. So anytime the commissioner shows up, anyone the commissioner show up, they just lock him in a room. That's what they did for Jim Conker Promotions.
I hate,
like,
to cut
Okay.
you, I hate to cut you off. I am very intrigued by the absolute designs for Two-Face and Penguin. Like, I never imagined Two-Face with long anime hair. I just can't imagine that. I never would have
He looks
imagined
like Devil May Cry.
He does look like Devil May Cry, doesn't he?
Yeah. In the case of Penguin, it looks like his face is half melted.
Yeah, Bane did a number on him in the last arc. Like it was not pretty.
And it looks like he's wearing body armor.
He is.
It's almost like he's supposed to be like, it could be this world's version of KGB, maybe.
Okay, I gotta get going, guys.
Oh, of course, man. Have a good night.
Yep, take care.
All right, we're gonna go through this relatively quickly. Absolute Catwoman issue number 1.
Yeah, I'm looking at basically the comments here. It's something we've already talked about already, so we're good on that.
Yeah, okay. And this is Absolute Green Arrow issue number 2.
Yeah, this is that previous cover. That not this one here, the one before that. The one. It looks like we look at that picture. Does Canary look like a guy? Kind of.
Kind of.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be Canary, but the other one definitely is Canary. But this one, it's weird seeing the fishnet stockings on the arms for Canary. I find that really weird of an idea for her. Yeah. I just find it weird, but it's an interesting idea.
It is.
Yeah, and I know that Absolute did have their first crossover, which was between Batman and Wonder Woman. I have heard that for the trades, they didn't collect for Absolute, they didn't collect the Batman issues because they have a small text to explain what happened between issues, so they didn't have to put the issue there. I hear this from Near Recognition, which they're very good at basically putting out stuff for trades of what's going to be in there, and they actually have they actually are openly talking with DC with various stuff. They release stuff to them whenever a new omnibus comes. It's Joe. Basically, he's always the person who runs it. He's always in full contact with DC and Marvel whenever they're releasing new trades, like a new Epic collections, omnibuses, He's ooh, I love that cover of Batman. That's really cool. Looks like the Batman's of Zenanar.
It does a little bit. Now
Yeah.
the Minotaur, I don't really think Minotaur's not gonna play much of a role because we're going straight into Bad Seed after this. So I feel
Yeah.
like Minotaur is probably going to get wrapped up in the next 2 issues, and then we're off to the races.
Yeah. Do you think Fraction was a very odd choice, right? Batman.
He wouldn't have been my first choice. I will say that he would not have been my first choice.
Yeah, I think this is only like his the last book he wrote for DC was a Jimmy Olsen book, which I enjoyed that one. Ivy.
I'm surprised we haven't run into a Pride anthology yet because this is this. I did look up the June solicitations.
Yeah, you would think Ivy would be part of it, but I don't think she was she?
I haven't seen the solicitation for this year for the Pride anthology yet.
Yeah,
But I don't. But I think she's going to be caught up with Bad Seed. I don't think she's going to get a story because they're setting up Bad Seed. If she
What a
does,
weird-
if she does, she'll just be a supporting role in Harley's story.
yeah.
Probably explaining it could be an opportunity to explain the breakup if they hadn't already.
Nightwing. How do you feel about Dan Walters run for Nightwing?
It's growing on me. Like anything is better than the Rick Grayson saga. Don't get me wrong,
Tom
but
Taylor has interesting ideas. I enjoyed his run for what it was. When it wrapped up, it was time for the wrap up. He wasn't on there for
too long. He didn't overstay his welcome.
I think he came with issue 80. I think it was. I think he eventually left with 120. And did you notice that DC pulled a Jason Aaron with the last issue? You what I mean by that?
I heard of it.
Okay, so when Jason Aaron did Doctor Strange, his last issue was delayed, so he moved up the very next issue, which was not Jason Aaron's issue. I think it was Dennis Hopeless. I think it was. He did issue 21, and then the following month they released the actual correct issue. I think it was a delay, and then that book did the same thing, where Tom Taylor's last issue was delayed, and then they decided to release Dan Walter's first issue the same month. Which I was surprised DC pulled that. Erica Henderson.
This is Harley and Ivy Life and Crime. This is a revamp of their gal pal to lover relationship, which I don't mind. I mean,
the writer I'm not overly familiar. I'm familiar with Amy Reeder, but not the writer of the book.
Erica Henderson. I've seen some of her work, not much of it though. And I want to say this is Batman, Green Arrow, and The Question.
Yes, but you have Canary here wearing her Rebirth costume.
And there it is. Here it is. Here's the anthology. Okay, here it is.
I think that's Tim.
Oh, I'm sorry. It is Tim. Yep. No, this is a Pride variant for Detective Comics.
Yeah, but Tim is on the cover wearing his 1 year later costume.
You're right. He is.
Yeah.
No, it's the modern one. It's just a revamp of his 1 year later because of the utility belt.
Yeah.
But
1110. I have still not met Mikhail Jenny yet, but I've never met even Tom Taylor either. I thought it was kind of weird for 6 issues in the Batgirl, they kill off Shiva, but they didn't show her body. They just say, "Oh, she's dead."
They might be teasing a return, or hey, but I will say this though: the Batgirl run, it's great. Now, it's not as good as the last one she had. Don't get me wrong, but for what this story is and what it's trying to tell, it's a good run.
I'm hoping this doesn't get canceled.
I hope so too, because it is genuinely good. Now the Wonder War, Daughter of Sovereign. Robert said it earlier, but I feel like this is going to be the last arc. Of Tom King's run, but what I don't want is Trinity getting shelved because of it. Because Trinity, outside being Super Sons adjacent in the backup stories, Trinity hasn't really gotten a whole lot to do outside of that brief miniseries, which in turn was just a collection of backups. Yeah. Trinity hasn't really gotten a chance to do anything.
Do you think they could bring in Steve Orlando to briefly before they bring on a new writer?
If you did need a fill-in writer, I would recommend them. I would not
Yeah,
keep.
because I actually enjoyed his issues that he wrote for Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
G. Widow Wilson, I didn't mind her issues. I thought she did a pretty good job with the book. I haven't heard anybody talk about her issues. Have you read her issues that she wrote for Wonder Woman?
brief. It was so long ago. I probably read them the one time.
Yeah, and then I think after like Metal, I think it was somebody else. I think it was wasn't. I think it was Kelly Thompson who wrote the book before King did.
Was it Kelly Thompson's run? I could have sworn there was one more after her. But it was short. I can't remember. This is JSA 20. JSA is a slow burn, but it is a great title. Like it's not as good as New Golden Age. New Golden Age under Jeff Johns was solid, but Jeff Lemire is like right there.
I'm looking right now for Kelly. Let's see. Well, she did the Birds of Prey book. Oh, she didn't do Wonder Woman.
No, she did not.
I'm looking up. Let's see. I'll show this one.
Book of L, and this is Flash. Wait, weren't we supposed to get a new Teen Titans book with Jason Todd, or did they decide to push that back?
I think that was delayed.
Okay. Because I didn't see it in the July. I don't see it yet. And this is Emperor Aquaman. Wait, is this Green Lantern? No, it's Aquaman. It's Emperor Aquaman. But yeah, you can never go wrong with Jeremy Adams. And it kind of sucks that Teen Titans got delayed, not gonna lie.
Yeah. I did see that. I know Todd was leading it. I'm trying to remember who else was on the team.
Flatline, Leanne, and 3 original characters.
Yeah, Flatline is interesting because I'm sure probably she was there because Williamson probably suggested her.
More than likely. Green Lantern, Sinestro making an appearance. I think this is his first time back since Dark Crisis, where he got a little bit to do in the tie-ins.
Yeah, in the Green Lantern book, for some weird reason, he's it's Dreamer. With the question, this is Pride Month.
Oh, this is the stand. Oh, they're not doing it about. This is the stand-in for the Pride anthology, Justice League Dream Girls, a DC Pride event #1. So is this going to be a one-shot? No, it's a mini-series. Okay, so instead of doing the DC Pride anthology, they made it a mini-series this year. Okay.
Yes. Okay, looked up after Orlando. It was Mariko Tamakagi, who was briefly the writer for Wonder Woman from issues 759 to 769.
Okay, so okay. Continue.
I'm looking at basically who's the writer for Wonder Woman. Because let's see. Then it was Becky Cohen and Michael Conrad.
Oh, the Clunrad run. Okay.
Yes, I'm looking to see how long this one was. Let's see. This was, of course, they also did. She also did the Batgirl book. I actually like the Batgirl book. Okay, so Becky did it to issue 100, 800. So she and Conrad were the previous writers for before King.
And a Supergirl tie-in cover. Now, World's Finest. Oh, this is I can't remember his name for the life of me. But what on what Robert Nick, you know who I'm. This guy.
That's Warlord.
Warlord from what's he from? I can't think.
He has a solo book called Warlord. That's Travis Morgan. He's a Mike Girl character.
Yeah, but to see the World's Finest here, it's just I gotta pick
this. Is Sakaris, I believe the name of the place is.
Sakar, thank you. Wait,
yeah, and here's something really weird about Warlord. He's in the solo book in like over a decade.
Wait, didn't he get a tie-in for Convergence?
I don't think he did. I think he was featuring Convergence. I don't think he had a tie-in.
Oh, could have sworn.
Yeah, it's kind of weird that as long as character he is, that DC doesn't care to give a mini for him. Oh yeah, this is Bizarro.
Which I Bizarro Year None. Oh, yeah, I get it. Okay.
Yeah. Um, as long as I'm sure for Williamson, he's going to stay on Superman as long as he can. This Gotham again first year. I think this is set before the ongoing.
This is a prequel to the original Gotham Academy run,
And
which was
I think this is the same creative team who worked on the book.
yeah, but that Gotham Academy was surprisingly good. Like
I
still
love that book. I think it was a dumb idea to axe the book. As good as it was. The Legion of Doom.
I agree. Wait, this is DC Sonic. Yeah, this is the
Yeah, because the book itself was so good. Like the original book was 15 issues, and the sequel series was 12, and then like nothing for the longest time. No sequel, no follow up, until issue of Brave and the Bold, where I think it was Maps. I think it was who's like one of the primary characters of Gotham Academy. I thought Bruce found her and basically brought her to the Gotham Academy. He's the one who sponsored her.
Yeah, and didn't they do a one shot where she does a brief stint as Robin for a while, but they backed out of it?
Yes. Yeah, and she's still kind of recognized as a Robin, but she's not the primary Robin. She's a Robin. One thing I love about Gotham Academy is the fact they explored Gotham's history, which I thought was really cool. Just a shame DC canceled it. And I think this first year is the first anything for Gotham Academy since the book ended.
Oh, so Superman Father Tomorrow started recently this month. What'd you think of issue 1, Nick?
I haven't a chance to read it yet, sadly. I need to read it.
Okay.
I'm looking to see about Gotham Academy. Like how long has it been since the last book ended?
I want to say it's been almost a decade now.
I'm looking at it right now. Did you know that there was one issue where they actually have a guest appearance by Damien for a couple issues? Where he was a guest star? Let's see. Know that. Yep. So, the last issue was published. Issue 12 of second semester was published in, when my thing comes up here, August 2017. So, 9 years. And I'm like, up until that Brave and Bold book, I kind of thought this did nothing with the school, because you would think like the school itself is a mixture of like Harry Potter and Batman. You would think book would sell really well, be involved in stuff. No, not really. Huh? There was a Maps mystery one shot.
And this is trade paper.
Oh yeah, this is a reprint of Batman.
All the tie-ins for DCKO.
Yeah. Let's see. So they're featuring Robin, Batman. Probably was flashback, but they're probably not the main characters. Let's see, where is it here? Because remember they popped up in. Okay, it was Batman: Brave and the Bold, Volume 2, issues 10 and 11. That's when they popped up. It was Mother's Day. And I remember there was also one for Maps, because I'm going to try to find the issue where it's kind of basically her first chronological appearance, in a way. Where her appearances book predates other books. So apparently as of Batgirl 52, this was the this was the final issue of the Brandon Fletcher book before this was the one New 52 started. She's 14. Maps is.
How about that? Yep. I liked Batman Static Beyond. It was a decent.
This has been pretty good. I think, in correctly, I think this is the older Flash from the Justice from the Batman from the Static. Who popped up in Static Shock and lost popped up in Just Like Unlimited.
Yep, Future Static. Yep.
So it was 10 to 12 where she popped up in because the weird thing is about the Brave Bold story, which I actually enjoy this one. Unlike in the case of Urban Legends, where they had a controversial story, Brave and Bold has never had a bad story. The only problem is DC take their sweet time releasing trades. This one. Like here's the first one. Winning Card. Released 2 years ago. And last year they released Out of Darkness, Legends of Justice, Across the Universe. I think it was like Myth and Legends, I think it was. But overall, they've only collected one full story. Only one. Because everything is like stories. That's how they kind of do it for some. I think there's like probably like one more set that'll come out, one or two more left. Dark Knight's Middle. Still to this day, this is probably one of one of Scott Snyder's best works. That's not the main Batman book.
Indeed.
Have you got your hands on these DC Finest books?
Huh?
Have you got your hands on these books, DC's Finest?
A couple of them, like Suicide Squad.
I have a few of them. I have Blue Beetle, Wonder Woman. This was the issues that collected the last couple years of the book before it got relaunched for Crisis. One just Society America books. Peacemaker, Superman trade, Superman Family. I think that was it. Peacemaker was very surprised. Ooh, it's Tony S. Daniel.
No, this is the Christopher Priest run.
Oh yeah,
first volume.
Yeah.
Now Deathstroke Rebirth was oof.
I love this book.
Oh yeah, it was good. Is this an Batman Arkham Clayface? Oh
yeah, this is a new edition because I reviewed it already. I love these Arkham books. They did practically almost every single villain, surprisingly. Absolute Batman Incorporated. I think this is like the entire first volume for Batman Incorporated.
Hold on, let's see. Issues 0 to 13. And
this is probably the second volume because the first one was 9.
Yeah.
Also, it's collect all 8 issues of the original series plus the second volume, so it collects both books.
Okay. Never Did You Aquaman by Jeff Johns, book 1.
This book was awesome.
It really was. Like this really attracted.
Yeah.
And this was before the movie, mind you.
Yes. But the thing is, this is not the first Aquaman's been awesome. He was awesome when Peter David wrote the book too.
Yeah, with the hook hand. Now, which would you say was better, the New 52 run or the Peter David run?
They're both even, in my opinion.
I got to go Peter David. Now, Jeff Johns did good, especially with the whole New 52 and the major reboot. Jeff Johns did good with what he was given, but you can't beat a classic run like Peter David's. All right.
Yeah, there's no denying everything he touched for years turned to gold.
Gold. It doesn't even make sense.
Everything. Teen Titans, JSA, Justice League, everything. Is it surprising he never wrote an issue of Batman?
He didn't. A shame, really.
He did write some issues of Superman, but he never wrote any issues of Batman. But yet he wrote a short story for Detective Comics, 1000.
And this is the second half of Tom King's Omnibus.
Yeah, which looks like this. I don't think this one. I think does this collect the button, or
it collects the button, the wedding, and Nightwing's assassination attempt.
Yeah, so this is not the rest of the run. There's still got a little more left to go.
No, Volume 3 is going to go all the way down to issue 85.
Yeah,
and a couple of tie-in events.
A run that was cut off because of a stupid common deal made about none of our superheroes are married. And also because I think like one group hated the fact the Batwoman was getting married to a woman.
Which they've already established Kate Kane was a lesbian. It was a whole thing. They ended up leaving the book in protest, and then the book pretty much imploded after that.
Yeah, and Mark Andrego, I heard one person described him as DC's yes man. I think that Robert said that the current Batwoman book it keeps J.H. Williams in Canada, but ignores everything else for Batwoman for some reason. Now,
Gail Simone's Birds of Prey run. Now, this book had no right being as good as it was, especially at the time.
Yeah, and I actually got to the last trade of this run, and I got the artist, and he was actually quite surprised DC collected it. The last 20-ish issues. There was a couple issues. One issue of 125 wasn't there before. He was because he did the cover for those issues, and he was very surprised they collected. Year one, a book nobody talks about. Surprisingly, this book was really good.
Kamandi, the last boy on Earth.
Oh, here's an interesting story with Kamandi. Did you know originally DC was going to get Planet of the Apes, but they couldn't get the license, so they made Commodity.
How about that?
Yeah, Milestone. This is I think this is New Line Milestone, correct? Or is this
Milestone Condemnium 5. I
so
believe
this is a classic line.
No, it's the original universe ends in this
Yeah.
final Condemnium. Yeah, this is the classic line.
Yeah. I think with this book here, I think they pretty much collected the entire line. Jim, this trade has been collected. Oh my gosh! Like this is reprinted 3 or 4 times. Not just the omnibus, basically this run. The Triangle Omnibus Volume 2.
Oh,
I reviewed. I didn't have the tray with me, but I reviewed the issues. This era is awesome. Someone, one of my commenters mentioned to me that from 1986 to about 1999, what was like the good period for Superman. It started to slip in 99. I can definitely tell what was reviewing it, but it got better once Lemire took over. Jeff Loeb took over the book.
oof.
I got this book for my birthday. I got the hardcover for that. It was awesome. Dark Jenny.
New Teen Titans Omnibus Volume 1.
That is a George Perez cover.
That it is.
Yes.
And I believe this is Trigon the Terrible.
Yes. And I pray to God DC sends George Perez's family a lot of royalty checks for these trades.
They have to, because it is worth every penny.
The Wonder Woman Rebirth run by Greg
Rucka. Ooh.
I actually enjoyed this run.
It was good. It was good, but Greg Rucka has fallen off in his old age. That's all I'm gonna say on that.
I met him once. Cool guy. Golden Age Wonder Woman.
Volume 3.
This is a new printing. They haven't. Weirdly, this run is not finished yet. Collecting this era because Golden Age Wonder Woman stops with issue 97 of the original book. Silver Age is from 98 to like 176, I think it was. The Bronze Age is from 177 to 329, and modern day is basically the entirety of Volume 2. Which Volume 2, I enjoy the stuff Volume 2 had. Like Perez, yes, everyone is amazing. Willie Master Lobes. Ooh, 1100. Mark Wade. Well, let's see.
Now we're on July. Now I'm just trying to get us caught up. That way we can move on with September.
Do you think anybody was missing from this lineup for writer? Because you have Wade, Williamson, Sophie Campbell, Dan Slott. In my opinion, you should have had also Dan Jurgens do a story for this. Do you agree?
I agree.
Him and maybe Louise Simonson. I'm trying to think. Rucka, no, he didn't do a lot with Book or Robinson. Tomasi would have been a good choice too. But he never wrote any action that I know of. He wrote mostly Superman. But Tomasi is over Ghost Machine now, sadly.
Okay, and I want to say this is 20. This is the annual year 1000 issue number 1.
Yes,
it's a one shot explaining what Clark has been doing since KO. I feel like this is what this is.
Yes, and I'm getting tired of DC putting the years in these annuals. Just call it A number 1 or something. Just call it numbers. Don't call it the annual year. It's not the 90s anymore. Get over it. This looks like it's Batman.
Where he teams up with Lex Luthor. Yeah, because Luthor joined the Justice League. Justice League Night Vision Special number 1.
Night Vision.
Yep. Written by Mark Wade and Joshua Williamson. Art by Miguel. Sorry, this thing's lagging. Art by Miguel Mendonca. And cover by Carmine D. Gili. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Apologies if I mispronounce any of these names.
Jim McHugh. He's a weird artist. He has some of the weirdest arts. His art style's not terrible. It looks so odd how he draws faces.
The Justice League has offered a number of villains amnesty, allowing them to prove they're on the side of the angels. But what they didn't see coming was the void that would leave in the world of supervillains. Batman and Lex Luthor must work together to investigate a Justice League villain who wants to fill that void, capitalizing on shifting priorities and the visions of the future that the DC Universe's champions saw at the end of DC KO. to create a dangerous new weapon. Can Batman and Lex set aside their differences to stop them? This critical issue in the All In saga sets up new threats for the Justice League heroes and villains. And this is the Robin. This is the absolute Robins. Which I'm sorry, I'm just getting Evangelion vibes from all this. I'm sorry. Nick, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
And this is Absolute Catwoman issue number 2. That's going to be a monthly series. Absolute Superman number 21. Huh. Did they already debut Absolute Steel yet? Just curious.
I don't think they did.
Huh, this would be a good setup for it. Yep. And Emperor Aquaman. No, this is Absolute Wonder Woman. Excuse me. And this is Absolute Flash. I'm sorry if it's just gonna seem like we're just scrolling through this.
Yeah, I don't because I remember asking Kelly Thompson a while ago on Twitter to explain the warrior tattoo. She says yes, but the stuff I've read, I haven't seen happy yet, but I'm sure she's probably planning it to explain her warrior tattoo she has on her arm.
Now I am a fan of this cyborg Sinestro design.
Yeah, I remember reading at the start of Green Lantern. For some weird reason, I think what was, Sinestro's back being randomly a Green Lantern again, and then now he's back being yellow.
Yeah, because I do remember that stint and Jeremy Adams run. I do remember that was I think that was like the first.
And I have been reading the Jeremy Adams. I got pretty much all the trades released so far. His run has been amazing for this book. One thing I didn't see in the August lists, I didn't see any Green Lantern books. That from maybe Absolute Green Lantern. Is the book take a month break in August? Because I didn't see any, unless I missed it. Did I miss the Green Lantern solicits in August?
I think you came right before.
Okay.
I would have to check the playback, but yeah, I think you just missed it.
Okay. Right.
But yeah, I'm not gonna spoil it for you.
Yeah.
But
well,
yeah,
I read for Green Lantern. I have heard that that Morgan Hampton is going to be doing it solo wise after I think Robert brought this up, or I think I heard this on New American Nation, that Morgan Hampton is going to be at a certain point going to be the main, just be the sole writer on Green Lantern Corps from a certain point forward.
Mm-hmm. And this is from Comic to Screen, The Art of Supergirl. I feel like this is just a commentary
on the movie.
Yeah. And of course, this is the start of the Clayface miniseries, a synergy for that film.
Yes, and it's based with Carl in the book. You know what's really weird about the Clayface in the current continuity? There's no mention of the other Clayfaces. None. Do you know how many they were before the relaunch happened?
5.
8. I think like a few of them died.
A few of them have been killed off.
Yes. Yeah, basically original, which he was not originally a shapeshifter, believe it or not. He never shapeshifted until he decided to take samples of DNA from a few other Clayfaces and that's became a shapeshifter. Second was Matt Hagen, which is the name of the one from Batman animated series, where they basically merged him with Basil Carlo, but it's
for the DCAU. He was an amalgam of the two.
Yeah. The third Clayface, and he referred himself as third Clayface, was a guy wearing this suit, which I think he did shapeshift. I remember he did. But everything he touched, everybody died. And mostly put the first 3 Clayfaces all debut detective. The fourth one did not. The fourth one was Lady Clayface, and she debuted in The Outsiders. And she was a creation of Mike W. Burr. And she fell in love with the third Clayface, and they had a kid together. Which you're thinking, how can two people who are clay have a kid? They did. And they named him Cassius Clay, after Muhammad Ali's original name.
Oh, Cassius. Okay.
Yeah. So there was also a Clayface in the Ed Brubaker one for Wonder Woman. No, woman it was Catwoman. Which that one only appeared in that book and never appeared again. There was one period in Gotham Knights who was basically a firefighter. I think that was it because there was so many Clayfaces. I get why DC got rid of the other ones because there were just too many Clayfaces. So they trimmed them all down and kept it Basil Carlo.
Keep it simple.
Yeah, and did you know there was also multiple Two Faces aside from Harvey Dent?
Who was the other?
Well, the other ones were a bunch of imposters. One was his butler. One was a few of them were actors who decided just randomly. They were creations of the like late golden age, but after a while, these people would never mention again. I can tell this is bad. I can't tell who he's fighting here in this book.
She briefly appeared in the issue where Damien accidentally says father at the end. The whole cliffhanger issue with Damien and Dr. Zeller. Lady Death or something like that. Please, if you guys remember, let us know in the comments.
So
But yeah,
is she Lord Deathman's wife?
I don't think so. I think she's just a random character with a similar gimmick.
Yeah, and Lord Deathman.
He has not been seen since Williamson's Robin run. Like,
Yeah, is it weird though that Grant Morrison takes characters like him and makes them interesting?
it is. He does.
He took the Batman of all nations, a group who appeared once in the Silver Age, and he brought them back, and like some were dead and became members of the of Batman Incorporated. Ivy. I think this was the issue possibly where she was. I think this was basically still when she's in charge of Gotham City.
Yes, she doesn't lose her power until like Bad Seed is the result of all this. But I feel like it's either going to be, yeah, if Poison Ivy is monthly, I feel like this is the issue where everything falls apart because we are in July solicitations. So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So she starts losing power in Gotham, and then issue 46, and then we set the stage from Bad Seed from there.
Would you call Bad Seed a story where Poison Ivy is like mad that they removed her from power and this is her revenge?
I would have to wait for I would have to wait for the issue itself to know for sure.
Yeah, Nightwing.
Dan Waters' run started slow, but it's growing on me.
Yeah,
And of course, you can't go wrong with Cassandra Cain, Batgirl. Glad she's finally getting a solo book, and they're keep investing in her.
yeah, and I think this is the first ongoing she had since '03, but the last time she had soloized was '08.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
and the book ended originally because Flyrit had moderate sales, but apparently DC just didn't like that sale count, so they caxed the book. And then 1 year later happened, made her a full blown villain. And I guess readers hated that, so they record, oh, she's not a villain, she's on drugs.
but that writer did get a chance to redeem himself with, I want to say it was Teen Titans East, or was it another book?
He redeemed himself with storyline Teen Titans.
Oh, okay, thank you.
It was Adam Beechin.
Yeah, I remember the name. I could have sworn was there ever a Teen Titans East roster, or was that just a storyline?
They had a one shot.
Okay, thank you.
Harley Quinn Revenge Squad. I know this is a take on the Superman Revenge Squad.
Mm-hmm.
Which those of you curious Superman Revenge, oh, this was you think, oh, a group of Superman villains just band together by Superman, and they debuted in the Modern Age. No, they debuted in the Silver Age issues of Superboy, and they weren't regular established villains. They were a group of random aliens.
Yep. And this is the Flash with Ryan North.
Mr. Terrific. I think I saw the Atom in there.
Yep, one of the Adams, the newest one.
I think that's Roy Cheadle with
Yep.
Hawk.
Hawkgirl, Mr. Terrific, Martian Manhunter, Plastic Man.
I got my hands on the Plastic Man DC Finance. It was really fun reading that.
Hmm.
It collects the first 36 issues of the stories from that run. Oh, this is John and Damien. That's obviously Damien
Yep.
because Tim barely knows John.
Yeah.
Super Limited, which I actually enjoyed this book.
Yeah. Superman Unlimited, and then this is.
This is Supergirl. She's a fairly new character, and I did point out in my review that when they had her go to Midville, this is the first time since the Silver Age that Supergirl was involved with Midville because that was a Silver Age thing, and this is her return to the town. It's kind of her version of Smallville. Oh my God,
Yep.
Superboy Prime versus Manchester
Manchester.
Black, who's alive
I think it's the ghost of Manchester Black.
because he's been dead since I think Philip Kenny Johnson killed him off in 1050 for action.
Yeah. He's been dead for about 3 years now.
Surprisingly, DC's never thought of bringing him back, and I guess they're bringing him back here. Is this a Superboy book?
No, Super Prime is pretty much being the main highlight of the main Superman book. I don't think Prime will ever get a solo series.
He had a one shot.
He did get a one shot, but I don't think they'll ever give him a solo series.
I think because basically he's just a meme, and people are not really big fans of him.
Yeah, especially given everything he did. So
This looks like Wonder Woman.
it is Wonder Woman, Tom King. I think we're in the middle of the Wonder War. And the most recent issue had a reunion with Steve Trevor and Trinity, if I remember correctly.
Because I remember Tom King killed off Steve.
Yeah, but I think they did. I guess I'm misremembering then. Wait, is this Giganta?
Yeah.
Hold on. What is this? Okay, the Atom. Oh, this is Justice League Unlimited. I was about to say.
Yeah, it isn't really weird about Giganta. She's only appeared in Wonder Woman a handful of times since the relaunch, since the reboot happened. First time she fought Wonder Woman was an issue of Superman Wonder Woman, and then she occasionally appeared in Wonder Woman. I think when Atlanta wrote the book, I think Rucka featured her. I know she featured recently when Tom King wrote the book. She featured occasionally, but not a lot in Wonder Woman. That's why she's a long-time Wonder Woman villain.
Oh, Wildcat. Okay, JSA.
I think that behind. I think that's Wildcat's son.
You mean his goddaughter? It was either his goddaughter or his niece.
His goddaughter. Because she was. They do bring this up in one of the books. She was dead. She did die.
Yeah,
at
I think
the ends of Eclipso.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say. I thought she was part of the Titans massacre with Prime, but no, I'm thinking of Panthera. I'm thinking of Panthera.
Yeah. Do you have any Wildcats there have been?
3.
Yep. Whoever was Wildcat's son.
Yep.
Who was a mutant. Yeah, and him and his son did not go along very well when Jeff Jones wrote the book. They got along fine, but they weren't spicing each other.
And this is Emperor Aquaman issue number 7. No, 19, excuse me. And then Titans. Okay, Cyborg and Terra beefing. Okay. Yeah, for some reason, Starfire, Beast Boy, and Raven aren't headlighting the book.
I don't know why. It's weird. Like they're not even featured in Justice League very much.
No, I feel like I could see Raven taking a break, maybe Beast Boy, but Starfire.
Yeah. Here's something also interesting though. What was the last time we saw Damian Wayne in a comic?
Outside of Batman, not since his solo series. He's strictly confined to Batman. To either Batman and Batman and Robin, since that recently wrapped up.
I haven't seen him in Detectives. I'm not sure. I think he might be. He's not retired, as far as I can tell. No one's ready him.
Damien doesn't exactly have the best rapport, and a lot of people, even some of the higher ups of DC, still write Damien off as the same brat he's always been.
Now, the best person who wrote him, and there's no denying this, was Tomasi.
Even better than Grant Morrison?
Because Tomasi actually wrote Damien a decent person. He wasn't depicted as a brat.
Okay, I'll give you that.
According to, I did ask him about this. I have heard he did base Damien's personality on his son. According to Tomasi, it was partially based on his son. The way he wrote him.
I can see that.
This looks like World's Finest.
Yep.
It'll be really interesting if Wade, if he's writing this. I'm surprised Grell hasn't come back to do a short story for this, because Warlord is his character.
I'm surprised as well. Wait, are they bringing another Hawk Girl series back? Hold on. Okay. Oh no, this is a variant for DC's Hawk Girl Summer. Oh, it's a summer anthology. Oh God, Megan Fitzmartin's doing the main story. Yep, we might as well skip this one. Don't even bother, folks.
Yeah, I did see her at Meg Carlino back in March. You know what I did?
What?
I walked by her table, didn't say a word to her. Because I'm one of the people who can't forgive her for making Tim buy. Because that was so stupid. I'm not going to tell her that because... And plus, I had nothing for her to sign anyways. I just walked by her table. I had never seen her before. I had no idea she was a pretty woman. I had no idea. All I knew is basically the name and the fact she turned him by. I had no idea she was very pretty. I had no idea about that. But Jenny Amanda, when I saw them, they were awesome. Now, because of the fact doing that Harley and Elvira book, I did ask what it was like to meet Elvira herself. According to Jimmy, Amanda met Elvira. And I didn't get a chance to ask this because they were so busy. I did tweet him this. How was Amanda like? What was it like for Amanda to meet Elvira? According to him, Amanda said she was wonderful. And can you believe Elvira herself is like almost 80 years old? Does not look 80 at all.
I did not know that.
I think she's like in her 70s, but aside from the wrinkles, she hasn't really aged very much at all, surprisingly. She's taking really care of herself over the years. I think this is a spin-off.
Oh, it's a spin-off.
Yeah. This is a one-shot.
Yeah.
Given its length, it's a one-shot.
Yep, and it's Dark Knights of Steel Aquaman, which you really wouldn't... I'm not surprised he's in this, but more so the fact that Aquaman's origin's pretty consistent across all medium. He's a half-breed of human Atlantean. He stays with his father in an attempt to protect him. Then he gets dragged between the two worlds to prevent the tyranny of Orm, making a power play against the humans. Yeah. You can't really do too much to deviate from the story.
Yeah,
I'm intrigued, but the major plot points are going to be relatively the same. Maybe Mira gets a bit more to do, but that's going to be the biggest difference.
Yeah.
But okay, this is Supergirl Survive issue number 2. Wait, is that Cowboy Lobo?
Yes.
Nice.
Interesting. He's got pointy ears. Did you see that?
Wait, I just now noticed that.
Pointy ears. Like, Lobo has never had pointy ears before. This is the first time I've ever seen pointy ears. You might say, is Lobo a Vulcan? No, he's a Quasarian.
That's a good one. That's a good one, man. Not gonna lie. All right, this is Father of Tomorrow. Jor-El going to Earth.
And he's meeting Dr. Fate.
Huh. And this is issue number 3. So is Father of Tomorrow a bi-weekly series?
Possibly.
Huh.
100 Bullets. I think I remember correctly. I know the sequel. I think this is the same artist who worked on 100 Bullets as well.
Yep.
I think one of the Vertigo books.
We are Harley and Ivy,
Ivy.
Life of Crimes. This is issue number 6.
That was End of Life. That was that one. I think it's a little weird now.
All right, I think we're going to reach the collection soon. Yep, Swamp Thing, 1999.
This is Rick Veitch. I actually met Rick Veitch.
Really?
Yes, cool guy. He did enjoy working with Alan Moore. I think that book he screwed up a little bit. I think that was not a reprint. I think it was original comic with Swamp Thing 1984. Screw up a little bit.
And fun fact, Classic Thor has appeared in Batman in DC Comics.
Yeah, if you scroll down a little bit here, right there, stop. Scroll up a little bit here. This is a continuation of Rick Veitch's run. This, if you scroll up a tiny bit here. All right, stop right there. Swamp Thing 1980 number 4. This is a follow-up to his run. This is basically, I think I remember correctly that the story is that Rick Veitch is going to have Swamp Thing meet Jesus. That's the story I've heard about it. Did you know what Rick Veitch did during his run for Swamp Thing, the John Constantine?
What?
He had Swamp Thing possess John Constantine to have sex with Swamp Thing's wife.
Oh, yeah, and that's what led to his daughter. Okay, I think I've heard of this.
Yeah, it's weird, but the thing is, I wouldn't call it rape per se. It's just, I think maybe John Constantine agreed to do it, but I think that was the only way he can have a child because, Swamp Thing is a plant man. So that's probably the reason for it.
It's still a little weird out of context, though.
Yeah. Modern day, people want to say, oh, Swamp Thing possessed John Constantine so his wife can rape him. I think this was consensual.
I would have to go back and read the story, but
it was issues 76 and 77 of Swamp Thing Volume 2, which has been collected in the first Hellblazer trade. That's where you can find it.
If I remember correctly, I think Constantine actually did agree to it, at least from what my memory serves.
Yeah, so it's not like basically this was forced. He agreed to it. So it's not like, oh, he raped him. No. It's not rape.
And this is a reprint of Emerald Twilight.
Interesting story. Ron Martz, the last thing I saw him on was Endless Winter.
And this is a reprint of Justice League of America.
I think this is Conway's issue.
Yeah, issue 200.
Conway wrote a lot of issues of this book. A lot.
The
most issues. Yes, this is
Flash's Barry Allen's debut.
Yes. So Chuck Dixon, this is how I get to pronounce his name. Robert Kanigher. That's how you pronounce the guy's last name.
Yep, Robert Kanigher.
Yep. So Kanigher was also the one who inspired Dixon to write the style of writing he does, where it's like full script. It was all his idea. Carmine Fantino. Neil Adams had a lot of nice things to say about him when I met him. One of the guys who I met here, got a chance when he was younger to meet Gene Colan years before he passed away. I, of course, never met him. He has Superman ring on, which I don't remember ever doing Superman. I remember doing Batman, but never Superman. And it's like, oh, I'm Gene Colan. I'm a big guy.
Yeah, wait, so this is Cosmic Kiss Caper and other stories. Oh, this is the collection of the entire DC Marvel crossover.
Yeah. One thing about this crossover that was really interesting, they actually had one story done by a writer who wrote both characters, and that was Nightwing and Laura.
Tom Taylor. Yeah, Tom Taylor.
Yeah, I think it was the only one of these original ones that actually did write both characters. Everyone else basically one of the characters didn't write either one of them. Also, this is interesting. So there was a Batman Beyond crossover with a Spider-Man. I think a lot of people thought it was going to be Miguel O'Hara.
Yeah, 1099. Not with Miguel.
Yeah,
O'Hara.
Instead they switched out with Miles for some weird reason.
Which you would think Miguel would have been the direct choice because they're both futuristic characters.
Yeah.
But they're so similar that you can't really do anything with them. You know?
Yeah. The trade that's been delayed now. I think this was delayed, this trade, because of the final issue. Yeah. This is supposed to come out next month. And that's pushed back a few months because of Jim Lee.
Yeah, but this is the trade paperback for Hush 2.
Yes.
So,
and it's not, and this story is not finished yet.
Wait, I thought the floppy for the finale recently released.
I don't know if it has released or not. I've not checked.
Gargoyle of Gotham.
That book was delayed. That one.
Absolute Batman, Volume 3. White Knight. Generation Joker. Really, the Murphyverse? They're still collecting that title?
Yeah, I think that the whole thing is fully collected, isn't it?
Yeah, but I think this is the last one.
Yeah, I don't think there's any more with that, surprisingly.
I mean, it was good for what it was, as far as an Elseworld story is concerned. Yes! 40th anniversary Dark Knight Returns.
Okay, it looks like it came out just this week, the final issue.
Okay. And that's Harley and Ivy, the full collection for the entire series. 152 issues for $20? That ain't bad. That is not bad. Poison Ivy Deluxe Edition Volume 1. That's the beginning of her run.
Which I have I have the 2 trades to collect those books.
Covers the first 12 issues, a tie-in story in issue 20, Batman 124, Gotham City Villains Giants one-shot, and
behind the scenes. I think, is Volume 2.
Volume 2 of Supergirl, Hometown Horrors.
Gail Simone writes something here interesting.
Probably a background story.
Yeah. Oh, there was some Supergirl special. She probably wrote that one. I don't remember her writing Supergirl before that I know of.
And Volume 6, Green Lantern Volume 6 with this ring. Yeah. You're going to be disappointed when you get to the finale of that one.
Yeah. The last one I reviewed for Green Lantern was the crossover with Green Lantern Corps.
Green Lantern Corps, Volume 2. This was
which is the third trade to collect issues from this run because because they did the first trade, the crossover, and this one. But I think after this one is where Jerry Adams starts writing the book. I believe so.
Recharge.
Now, interesting thing with this one, they were going to do more, but they had put this out in time for the Green Lanterns TV show. That's the story I heard about that one. New printing. This is DC's
debut of Ra's al Ghul.
Yes, which I haven't buying the Batman ones because all the ones they released are stuff I've reviewed already, so I didn't get those.
DC's finest Crisis on Infinite Earths.
There are 4 books this one.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to compress this into a single book if you tried.
Yeah, this collects not only 12 issues, but all the tie-ins. This is the first volume for Harley Quinn.
Oh, okay.
This was from the first volume, which right there, $9.25. I think this is the only trade they released for Harley for DC Finance that I know of.
Yep. And then we're getting a DC compact for Batman, which was Damian Wayne's canonical debut. If you count Ibn Zufrosh, then the concept of Damian Wayne was first taken seriously as far back as 1987.
Yeah. And the thing here, my opinion, the Grant Morrison run for Batman, I get people have mixed feelings about the run. I enjoy Grant Morrison of Batman. I thought it was really good.
Oh yeah, it's a solid run and it's very enjoyable for it is, especially when you get to the Batman and Robin Reborn portion in 2009.
Here's the weird thing about the run for Grant Morrison. Did you know he actually skips issues?
What do you mean skips issues?
He didn't write all the way through. He started with like 6 something. He actually skipped a few issues of the run. Let me look up on here because I know he actually skipped several issues. For various reasons, he kept taking breaks for some reason early on. Then he eventually there we go. So Grant Morrison. So his first DC book was Animan. So for Batman, let me bring up on here. he did issues 655 to 658. Did not do 659, 660. That was the Grotesque Story by John Ostrander. Then he did 663 to, which he didn't skip any issues, and then he left with 683. Came back for 700 to 702, and that was his year for Batman. Absolute power.
In hindsight, it was a good event.
Not that people wanted, but still, at least they have build.
It did have build up. Ram V's Detective Comic, that entire run was just one big soap opera and dragged out for 3 years.
I enjoyed that run. I know you didn't like it, but I enjoyed it.
I mean, not as it was coming out. Would I go back and read the trade paperback and just get through the whole thing? Yeah, because I'm sure it's a decent run. It's just,
I think it's like I think it's collected about 6 volumes. I think it is.
Exactly, and I might as well, if I wanted an overarching drama or opera, I might as well just watch Phantom of the freaking Opera.
Well, there's also backups in it too.
Sergeant Rock.
Joe Kubert. What one
Wait,
of the?
Did James Gunn ever officially confirm that Sergeant Rock is dead for the DCU? Did he ever officially confirm that? I know he confirmed.
I haven't heard anything about it, but there's no denying. Joe Kubert is one of the greatest comic artists of all time.
He is.
And I do own one of his works that he did. He did
yes! Let's go!
Yeah.
Red Robin Continuum.
Yeah, and here's the thing. The original trades to collect these issues are all out of print.
Yeah, they are. Oh.
And the thing is, it's not the writer's fault. It's DC fall out of print. And there's a rumor I heard of the reason why it took so long to do anything more with Red Robin, because of the restaurant.
Yeah, Red Robin, yum. But hey, I mean, especially if you're going off Christopher Yoist's run, pay the license, whatever licensing fee Red Robin's making y'all pay to use the tagline, to use the name, and to use the name. Just pay the licensing fee because this run was freaking awesome.
Yeah. Though he didn't write the whole thing. Fame of the Season took over halfway through for some reason. It was really weird because Fame of the Season was doing Azrael Volume 2, and then they swapped books.
Even so, man, with Batman Reborn, the return of Bruce Wayne, I mean, this was a true testament of Tim finally graduating from Rob. Yes, it's a rebrand, and it's pretty much canonizing an Elseworld costume from Kingdom Come, but the execution was just solid.
And also, here's the thing. There was a character here in this run that, for some reason, New 52 reduced her to a child. Tam Fox.
Oh, yeah.
That she was basically on Tim's age, and then New 52 happened, and then she's a little girl. Do not know why.
Wait, hold on. No, I'm thinking of the other Black Canaries graphic novel. I'm thinking about the one from it wasn't Convergent. It was after Convergent. DCYOU. I
did like that book. The Keith Giffen tribute book.
You have to. If I ever get a chance to read this book, we will review it on this channel.
And DC, for the love of God, send Keith Gibbons Widow some checks.
Please show some class.
Yeah, and I love the fact on the cover there. And you look on the cover, scroll back up a bit. You look at these characters. All these characters and covers are basically characters he created. There's Lobo, Ambush Bug, Jaime Reyes, Maxwell Lord. I think it's Heckler. I think it is
Heckler.
Blitzkrieg is not one of his creations.
Surprise! No, he's credited, but he's not his official creator.
No, that was Roy Thomas.
Yes.
General Glory. There is I can't remember his name. I think that's I'm trying to remember who that blonde woman is. It's not Black Canary. I know that for sure.
Not Matrix.
No. I know this is one of the. I know this guy here. He's one of the Green Lantern Corps members. It's not Chip.
Scratch,
possibly. I think he was a member of Justice League Antarctica. And these are like various stuff he haven't worked on. Unwritten. I have never read this book.
Wonder Woman Rebirth by Greg Rucka Omnibus.
I I met Rucka, obviously, and I've met Liam Sharp. Never met Nicola Scott.
All right, we are officially caught up.
Yes.
Oof, man,
Nicola Scott definitely something I would love to meet because I really enjoy her artwork. The one book I enjoy she works on with Rucka is Black Magic, a book I think that they finished. It would last like a couple years.
Oh, but man, what do you think?
There's no questions right now. In the comments, like no one's commented like in about an hour.
Yeah, it's about time. It's getting late. It's about time we wrap up. But
Yeah,
what'd you think? What'd you think of the solicitations, man?
They were good. Depends on when I get a chance to read them. So some of the bad books I really need to catch up with. I'm really interested in the Ivy being mayor.
Yeah, it's some very interesting stuff, and hopefully,
would I get the Batman Hush when it comes out? Yes, I will get that.
And be sure to check out our most recent collab, which was Boruto Jubilee Vortex Chapter 34. Our next direct collab will be Comics Blaze, and the topic will be. Hold on, I think
2001/0 hour. I remember correctly it was.
Yep, because we did Marvel last time.
I would think we also would throw in there Green Lantern 46.
Okay,
because that is one of the reasons for the crossover because of how.
Yeah, so Green Lantern 346, 0 Hour,
and issue 46 of it was the last issue. It was the penultimate issue. It was 46. Because 47 was Gerald Jones' last issue. 46 was the penultimate issue that Gerald Jones wrote for the book before he left.
Okay, so issue 46, 0
Which
Hour.
Is a Reign of the Superman tie-in, but it's one of the primary reasons why 0 Hour happened.
Okay, thank you. So wait, is this after Emerald Twilight or just before?
Just before.
Okay.
All
right.
There's a reason why. Because basically this leads into Emerald Twilight. It's the reason for the storyline happening.
Oh wait, is this issue the destruction of Coast City?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I never knew what the number was. I thought it was like I knew that was a writer. I knew it was a writer change, but I never knew the number.
Yeah, he changed. He left issue 47. Ron Marks to go to issue 48.
Okay,
and I'll bring up the reason why the writer change. Because it's quite of a silly reason why, but we'll bring up that when we talk about. And we should also do soon another Anime Blaze after that. Talk about. I think next one we're still going to do. I think it's going to be Rise of Shield Hero Season 2.
Yep, Rise of the Shield Hero Season 2. Yeah, we usually cover an anime adaptation as far back as officially gone at the time of syndication. So for the only time you'll get multiple episodes is if we're covering an anime that's based on a light novel. If we do something like One Piece or My Hero Academia, that's pure serialization. Like when we covered Fire Force, like we had to go by season. Like we could not just do the whole thing in one video.
Yeah, which I don't think we did review Season 3.
No, we do need to plan a follow-up on that. Because Season 3 hadn't fully released at the time we did that episode.
Yeah, and it wrapped up, I think it was like a little over a month ago, I think it was.
Yeah, about last month, give or take.
Yeah. So we're about to see the wrap of another popular anime that started around the same period of time, Dr. Stone.
That's right. Dr. Stone did wrap up around the same time, didn't it?
Yeah, it's wrapping up soon. It only has a few episodes left.
Yeah, because I almost forgot the ending because the manga ended like 2 years ago.
Yes. Right now they're in the last arc.
Okay. All right. So we'll probably save Dr. Stone until after the finale.
Yes.
My Fire Force Season 3, we'll try to get that done before the end of June.
Mm-hmm.
And the next
we still need to do, when we get time, Deadpool Wolverine.
Yeah, let me follow my brother Kid Takeoff and see if we can push a date. If we have to do the stream without him, we'll just have to do the stream without him. But let me follow up with him, and Deadpool and Wolverine is to be determined.
Yep, but that's the one that's been on the schedule for a while. It just scheduling it is an issue.
It really is. But before we wrap up, Nick, anything you like to promote? Anything you recently got coming out right now? Just
I got some anime videos coming tomorrow. I think like 3 of them. There is Welcome to Demon Scammercon, Case Closed, and One Piece, along with hopefully tomorrow reviewing newest episodes of the Project Red stuff, which is Super Space Gap Infinity and Comrade Zex. And I think I'm also probably going to go through more of Fives tomorrow.
Okay. As for me, you can find. I usually do a lot of gaming movie reviews. I did have to push back Maul Shadow Lord season 1 review due to technical difficulties, and of course my new job. And of course, be prepared for a Mandalorian and Grogu movie review sometime within the next week.
Yeah, I still need to watch the show, so I probably will be joining that one because I need to watch the show first before I see the movie.
Oh, if you want to collab on that review, I don't mind. Just let me know when you finish watching the first 3 seasons, and then I'll.
The weird thing is, my family is that my brother has a login, and we kind of have to contact him for the login info for that one.
Okay, just keep me posted on that behind the scenes, and we'll set that up.
Yep.
All right. Like, comment, subscribe, everyone. Thank y'all so much for joining us tonight. Flame off.